catching diamonds in the rain, letting precious water through the drain. Stars were dancing in their light, paths that we could never write. Oh, they were dancing way up high. We built these walls so we could find who could prove themselves to the waves of time. We're trying to repent before you sin. It's like giving up before you begin. Stars were dancing in their light, paths that we could never run. Oh, they were dancing way up high. Stars were dancing in their light, the future we will never run. Dirt on our feet was bone dry, it was bone dry. Thought another goal is all we needed, taking second chances till we bleed. And when all the love had been depleted, we had but no choice to concede. As the stars were dancing in their light, paths that we could never run. Oh, they were dancing way up high. Stars were dancing in their light, the future we will never run. Dirt on our feet was bone dry, it was bone dry.
FTL. It's a good evening to be here, especially on this Mother's Day weekend. To all the mothers out there, I just want to give a quick appreciative, celebratory Mother's Day to you. Happy Mother's Day. Y'all do a wonderful thing in this world and do a fantastic job. Don't want y'all to feel unappreciated. That being said, we're not here for Mother's Day. We're not here for me to ramble on about it. We're here for Rocket League in the FDL server. Tonight we have the Penguins B team up against the Rams A team for Origin. I'm excited. I hope y'all are excited. Let's get these players in there and get started. We have Makama is best and Button got taken from the Penguins versus Chronic and Saucy Bandit Rams. I'm very hyped for these two teams. First, we're going to get the Penguins trying to take kickoff, but getting stopped in the midfield. Makama's going to try to get there. Chronic's going to challenge, wins the 50. Button's now racing back with Chronic, chasing him down with the ball. Pops it up over the net, stops it from going in, but a good pop down in front. Button's going to beat the second man, throws it to the net. It's going to be a Penguins' first goal. Saucy trying to get back, but cannot quite do so. That was absolutely fantastic hustle by the Rams, but Button with the beautiful clear, seeing that both players were up, just took his time to place it, and that's why I love their dominance. You get that power that's just unmatched sometimes. That being said, that's in the past. We're going on now with Button taking the boost, getting the ball past the second player, grabbing the second boost to try to starve the defense, then pops it towards net. Chronic with a great clear. Saucy getting demoed as he tries to dribble. Makima can't get past Chronic, who jumps up, gets it to the midfield. Button backing off. Try to slow down in the corner, gets to slow down and control the ball. Gets bumped, but gets it past the first man. Saucy not letting his teammate's effort go to vain. Chronic throwing it towards the net. Button getting the save. To the corner, goes for the boost so he can try to do a dribble. We got Bandit challenging, flicks it over one. Chronic just in net. It's a little bit awkward. You can't read if that's going to hit the crossbar or not. And just like that, we got Button with the second goal of the game, a minute 5 in. And this has really been a good showing so far, not just from the Penguins, but from Button, who has done a phenomenal job. I know you can't see it at home right now, but Button's got 363 points to his teammate only having 10. And the Rams combined have just over 110 points. He is really stepping up, just taking control of this right now, showing why he's the top style of this Penguins team. He's showing his precision as well as his patience, which in Origin and sometimes in any league can really be a curse or a gift, just depending on how well you are at using it. That said, Saucy goes up, tries to get it center, can't get it quite there. Now having to rush back after Makima clears it. We got Makima sitting at center. Saucy challenging, can't get the clear, but it goes awry anyway to the corner. Button trying to stall it, gets 50. Saucy throwing it towards the net, and Makima rushing back, gets a good save for the team. Now trying to dribble it, but getting stopped by Chronic. Button popping it up, but Saucy intercepting it. Button throwing it to the corner, not allowing the offensive pressure from the Rams to get started. And now it's just a game of ping pong back and forth between the sidelines, or the sides. Chronic will try to get there, but it's a spicy bounce up. And right now it's a rush back for the Rams. We can see if Makima can convert it. Saucy gets the challenge, and oh my god! Chronic just deleting the player about to score. And a phenomenal job by him just to see what was happening and get that demo. Button now beating one person. Saucy throwing it to the corner. Getting challenged by Makima. Chronic not letting Button get a touch of it. Throws it to his teammate who gets demoed by Button. Great 50 by Chronic, who just took on both players from the Penguins and kept it in the corner. Now getting the center, going up for the second shot, but Button clearing it out back to that same corner. Bandit still trying to keep it in the corner, but cannot quite get it around that touch. Now it's in the other corner. Makima getting the boost and the ball, trying to throw it midfield. Keeps control of it, gets it into the Rams corner. Chronic avoiding getting bumped by Makima. However, ball is still in Penguins' control. It's very awkward right now. Button's going to try to get it past one. He does. Throws it on target. And before Saucy can fly in there, it sinks for a hat trick from Button. Minute 39 remaining. This Penguins team is looking phenomenal right now, especially the offensive prowess of Button. This Rams team, I don't want to say resort to demos, but you got to shut down what Button is capable of. So demos do help. It's hard for them to make plays when they're not existing on the field. Makima, great center, and Makima showing why they are here for this Penguins team right now in this series. Winning the 50, getting it around Saucy, gets a beautiful touch on it, leaving Chronic no room to save it. And like that, only a few seconds later, the Penguins are up by 4. This first match is starting to look a little bit dire for this Rams team. Not out of it yet, though. We have seen team scores much more and much less, especially the Saucy Bandit taking it off the wall from a pass from Chronic. Man, that's just a beautiful shot right there. One that we've been waiting to see from this Rams team, who have now finally entered the scoreboard and has stopped the bleeding. Now it's just a matter of whether they can continue to wrap up the wound and get it to the path of healing, or will the Penguins just do what Penguins have been doing fantastic at so far and just score again? Button getting it past one into the corner. Makima standing on the ball, grabs the full boost, but Saucy beats him. Button getting it past the first. I think Makima's going for the bump and gets it. It's going to leave the net in awkward position. Button baking out the defender, taking his time. Taking his time so beautifully for a good shot. And that right there puts him up by 4. Just under a minute. This is... I said it last time, and then the Rams scored, but once again, the Rams in dire territory. Chronic with a beautiful kickoff. Gets it on target. We'll see if the second can get in there in time, but Makima clears it out. And just like that, the Penguins escaped a dangerous kickoff. Saucy able to get it past one, but unable to get past the back man. Makima now going to try to center it for Button, who's waiting in the wind. Cannot get it. Cannot get the pass center for him as Button patiently waits. Tries to get it flicked up, but couldn't quite get it. And somehow or another, that avoids the net. Instead, Makima throwing it towards the Rams side. Chronic having to get the save and does so. But time's ticking down. Makima with a great pass gets demoed forward. That, however, is going to be this first game. There's still 13 seconds left, but 5 goals in that time is not going to be easy, especially when this Penguins team is popping off as they are. However, you're going to lose this game. But for the Rams, there's still so much work and beneficial activity that they can do. You can stop the bleeding, avoid any more goals. It'll be a morale win. However, Penguins takes us to Brazil. I don't have my bags packed, so I'm kind of stranded now. Thanks, Penguins. I thought y'all live in the Antarctic. I mean, this is just, you don't belong in a warm environment such as Brazil. But we appreciate the free trip. I would never turn down a free vacay, especially after Chris talked about pay earlier in Central. Chronic doing a great job not allowing Makima to run up the score, and like that, Penguins is your victor in Game 1, taking us to Brazil, and doing a fantastic job at doing so. And the difference here with Button in the 1,000-point club, I want to say the difference is Button. And really, truly, it is. But at the same time, Makima did so much work on the back end and as a supportive role. It just really helped out a lot that Makima could just support him the way he did. That being said, Rams did not look bad. They looked a little bit stretched at times. Well, obviously a little bit stretched. That's a stretch of a goal difference, but not undoable. They can come back, and I'm excited to see what they do Game 2. They have to slow down the proudness of Button and his offensive precision. And if they can do that, this Game 2 will be a much different outcome. I think it'll be a much different outcome. These two players from the Rams, I've seen them play before. They're not ones to take it down light or take it lightly, or to lay down and let it just continue to roll over. They're going to come back, I believe, in this game to make it much tighter. They have to get their shots a little bit more on target, get the passes going, get the ball moving, and not where the Penguins can take control of it. And I think they'll do just fine. That being said, Button changing up cars to Octane gets the ball over one off the kickoff. Makima going there to clean it up. And before I could even catch a breath from kickoff, there's a goal already for the Penguins, reminiscent of that game 1. Not a good start, but it's so close to the start that while it sends you Vietnam flashbacks, you can kind of wash it off if... Whew, a great shot by Makima, and Chronic doing a fantastic challenge, but Saucy getting the clear, and Saucy getting it under Button for the goal, and this is already 100% different from the first game. Well, maybe not 100%, but Button or Penguin scored within the first 10 seconds again. But still, this right here is completely different from the last game already. Rams showing that they can do it, knowing what they're up against now, a little bit more aware. Chronic trying to get the pop-up, can't quite. Button gets it, but gets demoed for it, and Saucy Bandit throwing it up again over Makima. And just like that, for the first time this series, the Rams have taken the lead and have already doubled their score count, or goal count. And this Rams team has just shown why Rams are such hardy creatures. They will take a beating and take hazardous weather materials, weather the storm, and just continue on. Now, Chronic trying to get a shot off, but Makima clearing it off. Makima trying to bait into defender, cannot get it past Saucy, who gets the 50 into the corner. Saucy opting to take control of the ball, does so well, gets the pass one. Button going for, or Makima going for the bump. Oh, Chronic gets it, but is not punished for it. But Chronic throwing it towards the net. Button tossing it above the crossbar. Saucy now the high crossbar pass. Chronic gets it, a 50 off a Button, and Chronic gets the third goal. And my lord, this Rams team really showing up this game too. And now it is the Penguins who are getting pushed early. It's the Penguins who are going to have to do a hard reset and figure out how to counter this Rams team. Oh, this is what you want to see in a series. You don't want to just see goal after goal from one side. This Rams team getting another shot at the Chronic. Button having to fly up for the save. Saucy unable to quite get it. Now leaving Chronic to rush back for defense. Button going towards middle, waiting for that pass from Makima that never comes. Chronic clear it out. Getting around one, Makima being a gnat though, flying around him, gets a 50 on the ball, and 50's his teammate as well. Or, sorry, 50's the second Rams player also. Chronic clearing it out, but it was a double commit. Will they get punished for it? Button throws it in front of the net. First player from Rams can't quite get a hold of it, and Makima does a fantastic job to stop the bleeding from this Rams team. Saucy with no boost, unable to fly into it. Just a little too fast. And Makima taking the time to score, doing what's needed for that Penguin team. And now regaining control off the kickoff. Never mind Saucy just taking it, going to get a shot on target, but doing an excellent job to not let that goal go in. Makima getting the demo off on Chronic. Saucy challenging early though. Going to try to maintain control of the offense, gets it towards net, but Makima reading what's going to happen. Gets down there to clear it out. Makima 50 and wins the 50. Going to go for the pass off the backboard, gets it. Chronic, however, able to read it. Send it to the corner, buy some more time. But their low boost, double commit could cost them here though. Rams unable to get back, and just like that, Button has tied up the game just barely above the halfway marker. And we have ourselves almost a completely new ball game. And my lord, this is what you want to see in a game 2. I know I have said this, but it cannot be said enough. Both these teams really throwing it out there, especially the Chronic, taking flight to send it towards the net, but can't quite get it on target. Makima trying to dribble, can't get it past the defender. Instead, Saucy sends it towards the Penguin side. Saucy throwing it up high to the crossbar, gets over one. Button on the crossbar, doing a great job reading that. Saved a net from going in, and my lord, Chronic almost getting the redirect into it. But doing a great job being patient, gets the save, and now is pushing the offense with the boost. Saucy gets the clear and the save. Makima is going to try to take it off the wall, throws it towards the net, and Chronic clears it. Now it's to race the beat button to the ball. He decided to back off, patiently waiting. This is what you want to see from the Ram team, not getting flustered, not letting momentum get away from them. Nice demo from Makima, however, Saucy clearing it to the corner. Browns players starting to get a little bit low on boost though. This Penguins team is starting to wear them down. However, Chronic gets a revamp from that corner. Can't get a hold of it, but Saucy sends it clear, sends it long. It's on target. Can Chronic or Makima get there? They do. Saving what was almost about to be a counterattack goal. Big save from the Penguins. And now Rams. Low boost, trying to get back as quickly as they can. Button getting to center. Makima throwing it. Saucy's doing a great job with his positioning. And now it is the Rams on the counterattack, sending that flying Button. Put it to the corner though. Not panicking or rushing. Makima unable to get the clear out of the corner, but Button's there. Gets bumped for his efforts, and the ball goes around him. However, Button, as we have seen, good calculated moves, especially on that back wall. Taking his time, getting it out towards midfield, allowing Makima now to try to put it to the center. No boost, couldn't get it to Button, but it did not matter. Button beating the defender to the ball. And now, going up with 48 seconds left. This is an absolute insane game 2. Both teams are playing so solid that it's scary to watch this as another Origin team. That said, plenty of times left for the Rams here. Button back and Aussie in this. Aussie had the better positioning. Chronic throwing it to the corner. Button grabbing the boost, able to play it. Now a great pass attempt by Chronic. Unable to get it past Button though. Saucy with a great flick gets around one. And Chronic unable to quite get a hold of it. Leaves the counterattack opportunity cut off by Saucy though. Rams just barely avoided a dangerous situation of going down with so much time left by 2. Now Button stopping the offense. Makima going towards the throw towards middle. Chronic unable to clear it, and like that, Button gets the safety net goal with 9 seconds remaining. This is heartbreaking for the Rams, who played a solid game and held off this Penguins offense so well. Now, still time left for the comeback. You can get 2 goals within 9 seconds. It happened in game 1. But it's not likely, and now with Makima sending it home, this is game 2, going to the Penguins. Rams, you played phenomenal in this game 2. You cannot let this second win take the wind out of yourselves. Do not let this beat you down. We saw how phenomenal you played in contrast to that first game. Bring this intensity again in game 3, and oh my lord, it'll be another game where nobody can tell how it's going to end. That being said, right now Rams trying to get a morale win of another goal to take home. Can't do it with the clear out happening. And like that, Penguins is your victor of game 2 on the precipice of a sweep. Button once more reaching a 1,000-point club. However, we have a timeout called by the Rams. Before I go into the stat lines, let me break down how the timeout works, because not very many teams have used a timeout, if any, yet. The timeout works. Each team gets one of them. And when the team calls it, it waits until the lobby renews, and there's a brand new lobby. Once it's a brand new lobby, each team has a 1-minute timer that goes off. And once that 1-minute timer goes off, they must resume the gameplay. Now, with that broken down, we're going to go into the stats. Penguins, very, very balanced. 3 goals, 3 assists apiece for each player. That is so solid. 12 shots total versus the 8 from the Rams. And each team had 5 saves apiece. This was a much different Rams team from the game 1. They played absolutely insane comparatively. However, Penguins were able to just keep it balanced, keep it working. They never got daunted whenever the Rams were running up the score. They were able to come back on them and do so, just not playing true to what they did game 1. And it worked once again. Rams, however, if you're Penguins, you have to be a little bit nervous. Be confident in yourselves, like I'm sure they are, but you have to be a little bit wary because this Rams team just showed up game two, and at this rate, if they're not careful, the Rams has shown that they can take this game three, and while it'll be an uphill battle to reverse sweep, they definitely can do it. And timeout is up, so let's get these players back in. Oh, I know I'm excited to watch the rest of this series, how this game three goes. I know y'all have got to be as well, especially with how intense that second game was compared to the first. Kickoff goes in favors of the Penguins. Chronic, however, being patient. Makima throws it on target, goes crossbar, not in though. Saucy going to clear out. Button not changing his car this time, staying in the octane. Gets it off the back wall, tries to send it center, but gets intercepted by Saucy. Now trying to beat Makima. Makima not challenging it though, and Saucy was playing for the 50. Whether it was great patience or just accidental blind luck, who knows, who cares? It was a fantastic play. Saucy taking it from the corner, throwing it up mid, gets intercepted by Button. Saucy unable to put it forward, but puts it off the side. Chronic beats Makima to the ball, gets the first goal 39 seconds into the game. This Rams team is showing the same fire that they had in that game too. And whew, Rams heating up indeed. They are going, I can't say the phrase I want to. They're going gall to the wall right now. Just really trying to get this offensive pressure going, not letting the Penguins take it easy or get a breather. Saucy challenging Button, who's trying to dribble it. Unfortunately, it's just a beautiful play from Button. Makes it where Saucy just did not know how it was going to come to him. And you hate to see it. He's in a bad position trying to play shadow defense. That said, the Penguins button player from the Penguins. I can English. I promise. I have a second grader's degree in it. Did a great job putting it there. Chronic now on the back wall, going to try to pop it out. Goes for Doomsday instead. Can't get it past the defender. And now it's a counterattack opportunity. Button flinging it towards the net. And it is. Now Penguins in the lead. 2-1. Just under 4 minutes remaining. I am not worried at all for this Rams team. They have shown what they can do in the second game, and they've already shown what they can do in this third game too. Chronic going for the kickoff. A little bit of a mistake on the kickoff speed, and or not even the speed, but the flip. I mean, it's just unfortunate. Allowing the goal to go in. Wash your hands clean with that. That is a flopped kickoff. They happen. I've seen them. I do them all the time because I'm the world's best scrub player. Do not worry about it at all. Saucy throwing on the crossbar to Chronic. Chronic can't quite get a hold of it. Now Saucy going to try to take it off the wall. Beats the Penguins player to it. Button waiting in the wind for defense. Decides to be patient and grabs the boost. Chronic going to try to take it into the corner. Wins the 50. Makima though clearing it up, getting it back into the corner. Saucy doing a great job getting to center. However, Button, that boost that he grabbed earlier, being patient, getting to clear out. Saucy doing a great job getting it past Button. If Chronic had just a little bit more boost, I feel like that was a goal. But Button doing a great job minimizing the risk. Gets demoted. It's in the corner. Saucy is flinging it towards net. Button low boost pops off the crossbar. Makima not allowing Chronic to take advantage of it. This Penguins team showing patience and calmness on defense against a very fiery Rams offense. This has been a phenomenal offensive pressure, but Penguins showing why they got good defense. The bump by Saucy off of Button was perfect. And the ball was just wide. And another bump again. Rams getting the second goal off of two well done bumps. Not allowing any of the Penguins players to get back, leaving that second man to be awkward, having to go for awkward low boost saves. The pressure from this Rams team, phenomenal. This game is far from over. Going towards the halfway marker, down by 1. Rams getting control of the ball here, getting it past 1. I lied. I'm a liar. Mother, I'm sorry. I did it on Mother's Day. I lied to you. How could I do this? Penguins getting the ball cleared out. Now going for the offensive pressure, but with a beautiful flick. Rams giving him too much time to do what he does best. And that's control the ball. And you can see why he loves to do it. He just scores when he does. Halfway marker up by 2. Penguins in the lead. A match point for them. This is dangerous territory, but plenty of time for this Rams team, who we have seen just put absolute fire pressure on this Penguins, trying to melt the iceberg that they're sitting on. Now, ball floating towards middle. Sauce with no boost, gets the corner. Tries to stall it for Makima, does so, making Makima goes for a low boost flick. A little bit of double commit from the Rams, but it's not punished. Chronic with no boost gets a fantastic 50 off of Button. And Makima butt pumping the Rams player into the Rams player while on offense. Just doing a fantastic job. Button now trying to throw it on net. Cannot do so. Backs off to allow Makima to swing in there. Saucy unable to get it past Makima. Button taking the wait and see approach, however, doesn't push the backwards pass from Makima. Plays it to the corner. Saucy getting it over onto the backboard, but Button clearing it out. Chronic with low boost now with a high flyer towards mid. Button being patient, not knowing that he's low on boost. Whew, Saucy beating Makima, but gets bumped off the ball. Button playing it to the wall. Saucy reading it, putting it center. Chronic up in the air. That's on target. Makima goes for the save. Can't quite get it. And like that, this Rams team is now within striking distance of 1. Just over a minute remaining. This game is still very much up in the air. Not knowing how it's going to end. And it could very well come down to the wire. There's no need to get the kitchen sink unbolted. Right now, Rams are doing a fantastic job without getting desperate. Play patiently, and they can do phenomenal offensive work. That being said, Makima gets it past 1, a beautiful center. Button not there, being patient. Chronic taking it up the wall. Makima going for the bump. Saucy intercepting the ball, throws it to the corner. Button's going to take it up off the wall, put it back to the corner. Chronic challenging though. And now it goes over the net. Button taking it to the corner, other corner, sorry. Saucy goes for it, tries to get the pass off to his teammate. Makima not letting it get past him. Saucy now pushing the offensive. Button, sole defender, full boost on both of them. Makima goes for the demo, does not get it, allows the pass to go to Chronic. And just like that, Chronic slotting that bottom right corner to tie it up with 27 seconds remaining. And what a phenomenal shot. That could not have been placed anywhere else and go in. Beautiful shot. And now coming down to the wire. A little bit of miscommunication on kickoff. Maybe it's a fake. I don't know. Makima now in a 1v1 situation. Saucy taking it to the corner with boost. Makima not. Saucy getting it past with the 50 from Makima. Button popping it up into the air. Chronic backwards. Stalls the ball against Makima. Stalls it against Button, but Button still in control. Button flinging it up off the crossbar. Saucy 15 it off into the ceiling. Button going to try to get one last dribble in. Cannot catch it. And we have an OT Game 3 match point. Ladies and gentlemen, this Rams team is just not being daunted at all. A little bit of misplay there, but does not get punished. Chronic low boost, taking it up against Button, who's playing the patient game, not knowing it. Chronic can't get control of the ball. Saucy goes for the 50, can't quite win it. Button holding hands with Saucy. Dangerous situation, no boost from either of the Rams players. And just like that, you allowed yourself to get worn down, didn't get boost. Chronic coming off that wall just a little bit too soon. Makima slotting it behind this Rams team. And we have your winners. And my word, what a performance. Game 1, absolutely dominating by this Penguins team. However, Rams put up a phenomenal fight in the games 2 and 3, taking it to a very intense match point. This is textbook how to fight from the Rams. However, Makima, Button, just doing what they do best. being patient, being controlled, not flopping, Makima getting to be annoying to the other team, Button taking his precision, taking control, flicking the ball. Speaking of Button, we have the man, the myth, the legend and the origin himself. Button,
Yeah, it was
how's that
good.
game feel, brother?
That was pretty good actually. They played really well. I like that when they put in a lot of pressure and they made like a lot of good plays. Unlucky though. It felt really nice though to win. I'm not gonna lie. And Makima was cooking too.
My lord, was Makima cooking. You could that game was an absolute blast to cast, man. Like I saw how dominant y'all were game one. I was like, oh no, you don't want to see a domination like this. But then the
Mhm.
Rams put up one heck of a fight, really pushing y'all in games two, then three. Oh,
Yeah,
I
no,
had
it
no
was
way, man.
so aggressive.
How worried were y'all when she saw that adjustment from the Rams? How worried? Be honest.
When okay. So game 2 and 3 when they were like ahead on us and when they were scoring really nice shots and especially in the first half of game 2, I was a little nervous, I'm not going to lie. They were absolutely when he hit that like that off this wall shot into our net, I was just like, "Oh no." But after game 2, we're definitely confident. Especially because like Makima was definitely creating space on the bums and I was just like doing
hmm
my thing. Like I think that was like that for our game plan worked well, and like I think the kickoffs like kind of mess with them. I don't know if
hmm
you noticed we were going for opposite sides,
I
and just
noticed.
to like mess with that.
It
So I
definitely
don't.
helped.
Mhm. It definitely helped. I think it was good that they had to play to our tempo for the most part. And every time that the Rams had initiative, it was just like it was so hard to play. They're definitely a scary team.
Yeah, they were showing phenomenal pressure, and whenever y'all could not clear them off the ball or win the 50, it just became a dangerous situation after a dangerous situation. But like you said, the Makima was cooking. I have not had much chance to watch either one of you two play, much less Makima. But
Yeah.
the bumps and space, like you said, that they were creating just allowed you to cook so well and just allowed plays to fall through. How much of that is a typical play style for Makima, and how much of it was okay? This Rams guy gotta go.
Well, Makima and I play together like reasonably often. When Makima is like he can do whatever he wants and has his tempo, like he's doing fine. So when he didn't have like the time and the space to do whatever he wanted, he definitely struggled because like I noticed like some whiffs there from him.
hmm
But like when Makima can initiate and just like put on the aggression, it's like it's just the game's super easy for him. So it just really depends, you know.
God, I wish
But
I
yeah,
could
it was
play that.
definitely more planned than not.
That's good.
'Cause
So y'all had a game plan coming into this then, a play style
yeah,
that you knew you could play and win with.
we studied the Rams before the games. I was like super chill. Helped
Wait a
us a
second.
lot.
Origin players studying their opponents impossible. That's just not even expert players do that. We just go up there and flop around, man.
That is actually the optimals. Nah, we put a lot of prep into our matches too. And like our in-houses are like pretty decent, I'd say. So we definitely prepare a lot. I think that's like definitely to our advantage.
Oh, absolutely, man. It is showing right now because this Penguins team, with that win, going 3-0, staying. It's still too early to say you're on an undefeated streak, but you're on an undefeated streak right now. So the pressure is definitely going to be on y'all from teams gunning for you.
I was so nervous when I was like checking the Twitch stream and I saw the channel points. I
Oh,
had
dude.
like people in my direct messages. They were saying like, "Do not fold this. I have my entire points on you." I
I put my
was-
life savings in you. Quit flopping around. Quit throwing. Well, man, it's been an absolute blast. I know you said you planned for your teams. Have you taken any look yet at your next opponents in week four, the Monkeys, or you just focus 1 week at a time with each opponent?
That was the lineup with Vert, right? I know he's like a bit mechy and he seemed to be like a ones player, but apart from that, I don't really know too well. It's it's Vert and Dark, so I'm expecting a lot of like mechanics to come from them, but I don't really know. I haven't seen too much of their games, but definitely this week I'll like start watching a bit.
Okay,
I
I
was
got
focused
you.
more on the Rams and the Eagles. They're like my main concern because that Zia lineup is like scary. And Potato plays. He's
Yeah.
he is the most underrated value pickup of the season. I'm sure of it. He's definitely gonna do super well.
Oh, he definitely got in the scopes of some players, and on the last performance on stream, without a doubt. That said, while you still have the floor with me right now, is there anybody you want to know shout out to? Anybody you want to mention? Any last words you want to throw out to the crowd?
I'd like to say Zyros slid in my DMs. He wanted to say shout out Tyler BK 2020. So shout out to you. And I want to say shout out to Goob for absolutely cooking in her match. An absolute queen of Origin League.
We love to
And
see it. Oh, go right
yeah,
ahead, brother. Go right ahead.
no. Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.
Oh my god, man, my pleasure. Like, oh my god, thanks, dude.
No
Next
problem.
time you have to
I
get
got you.
Makamai in here, though. Next time, do it, or else
Oh,
I'm upset.
yes, I can. Absolutely.
Perfect. I'll hold you to that, and I will remember.
Hmm. All right,
Geese
have a
can
good
be
one.
very vindictive.
Appreciate it. Thank
No,
you.
my pleasure, man. We appreciate you being here. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, this Penguins team sweeping a very ferocious Rams. However, Penguins coming out on top. Iceberg still uncracked. Now, that's it for the 8 o'clock hour. At 9 o'clock, we have the Lobsters home team versus the Huskies away team. Huskies storming into the Bay. Going to try to take down the Lobsters in Expert League. That has been it for the 8 o'clock. Please join us again in 20 minutes. You're not going to want to miss that. But for now, this is Galloway signing off. Until again.
Do you dream if you're falling out of catching diamonds in the rain, letting precious water through the drain. Stars were dancing in their light, paths that we could never ride. Oh, they were dancing way up high. We built these walls so we could find who could prove themselves through the waves of time. We're trying to repent before you sin. It's like giving up before you begin. Stars were dancing in their light, paths that we could never ride. Oh, they were dancing way up high. Stars were dancing in their light, future we will never ride. Dirt on our feet was bone dry, it was bone dry. Thought another goal is all we needed. Taking second chances till we bleed. And when all the love had been depleted, we had but no choice to concede. As the stars were dancing in their light, paths that we could never ride. Oh, they were dancing way up high. Stars were dancing in their light, future we will never ride. Dirt on our feet was bone dry, it was bone dry.
Hello, FDL, everyone out there at home. My name is Awesome Bill from Dawsonville. We've got some incredible twos Rocket League action coming up for you tonight. Lobsters versus Huskies in the Expert League. I'm here with my friend KG Fan. KG, how you doing tonight?
Oh, I'm doing wonderful. I can't wait for that. Exactly what you said. Some awesome Rocket League tonight.
Absolutely. Going into this match, we've got Huskies 2-0. We've got the Lobsters 1-1. What are your predictions here?
Right now, a little bit early in the season, a 2-0 team though. They definitely want something to prove. They got to stay ahead. They want that big zero in the loser column. That's the good zero to have. So, but I'll be honest, I feel like it's going to be pretty darn even, considering that you got maybe a hungry team in the Lobsters looking to chomp, to lose their claws and chomp at the bits. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely. And I understand tonight we're running both on B lineups, so solid middle of the pack from both of them. No team that I think is going to get the upper hand on a pure roster construction uh, perspective. One thing that I'm really excited to see. I was looking at some stats going into this match. Black Laser. On the Huskies has 14 goals so far this season, on 33 shots in just 2 matches. So really, really, really high pressure offense there. Also got 14 saves in the save category too. Doc, who is in there for the Lobsters, 13 saves in just 1 match going to a game 5. So I'm expecting to see some solid offense or solid defense from both sides as we get the players joining in. Tyler and Doc for the Lobsters, Executioner and Black Laser for the Huskies.
Yes, and it looks like Doc and Execution are going to meet in the middle. That ball's going to hit off the ceiling right off the bat, and it's going to be a 50. Right there, it sits right in the middle, but Tyler's going to get that demo, get another demo, wide open goal, and 10 to 11 seconds in, the Lobsters using the claws to attack the Huskies.
Yeah, that is fantastic play. Textbook following up, you get your touch on the offensive zone, go for some contact, get out of there, clearing the goal on the board early, the exact kind of start Lobsters want to have.
Yes, and it's safe to say that is a fast-paced start. Black Laser going to come off the wall here. Gets beat by Doc, who keeps it in, but Executioner, not the touch they're looking for. Tyler's up already, sending it back wall, looking for the double touch. Does get it. It hits off the back wall, and a clear out by Black Laser, who's going to try to control this now, slow it down, maybe a little. Execution looking for the demo. Can't quite get Tyler. Laser right off the ceiling, but Execution decides not to follow it up without any boost. Oh, I was a little bit wrong. Sends it off the back wall as Black Laser trying to beat Doc. Does. That's going to skid off the wall. Tyler trying to clear it, and Executioner missing it. And there we go. The little bit of a counterattack possibility here for the Lobsters. Sending it up with Laser, getting the good clear.
And this has been a really, really high pressure game from both sides. We're not seeing a huge amount of midfield play. There's a lot of play in the crease, a lot of force and clears as we get Laser pushing down, Executioner with the demo, and Laser with the easy carry, and both teams making use of the demo right now.
Right, Doc had no boost whatsoever, and the Executioner living up to their name, sending them absolutely to nowheresville. But Tyler's going to meet Executioner here in the middle, and that's going to be a kickoff goal right there. And how quick of an answer is that?
That is that can be a dagger sometimes. I got a buddy who likes to call that opening the window. You get the first goal, and then you can just yank that open, get a couple more there. Huskies really got to slow things down, try to play the game at their pace, not make some mistakes here in order to get back in this.
Definitely feels like the Lobsters right now are playing at a slightly faster pace, but definitely easy to maybe get back into that as Executioner getting that stop, trying to make a play on it, maybe a little bit of a fake, a little bit of a backflip from Black Laser. Laser's able to get it past Doc. Tyler is able to get this into the corner, trying to beat and gets a good 50 off the wall. So Executioner trying to get back in time. Tyler getting not getting that corner boost, instead dodging it and then getting it back in right back as I say it. Doc sending it back into the corner, trying to make a play as Black Laser coming off of it. Laser trying to get it off the wall, and Tyler trying to meet it at 50, gets sent to the side as Tyler trying to come up and around, maybe pass it into Doc. Executioner down low on boost, but is able to send it up to Laser. Laser trying to get in front of Tyler and fakes Tyler. Maybe a pass a little, but misses that one, unfortunately, and the opportunity just not there by the Huskies, although Laser's trying to shut me up and does as I try to transition to you, Bill.
Oh, that was a great lead-in that Laser decided to completely interrupt with a fantastic little flick up high there top shelf from that high up is so hard to defend against. Laser knows that. 2 goals on the series so far. That's 16 on the season for Laser. Fantastic start to things for that player.
Yes, and I'm glad you mentioned the stats earlier because that is something good. Laser can't quite dunk it. That's going to be sent in, but hits off the post. An opportunity yet again. Doc gets the 50, though. It's going to hit off the wall and up. Doc decides not to go for it. Executioner misses. Laser flicks it upfield, but Tyler patiently gets there, trying to get a play on this. Execution trying to come off the wall. Laser is able to stop this one. Bump in the goal and send in by Doc, and the team play for both is really doing well.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you got 3 goals for the Lobsters, 2 of them assisted, so that's a team that's really in sync, that's playing really connected, and we're seeing it. Those kind of physical plays down low are dangerous to orchestrate. So when you're pulling them off really consistently, really well, like they are, that's a team that's really in sync with one another.
Oh, that was an opportunity right there to go in. Doc is trying to play the patient game, gets dunked by Laser. Tyler getting the corner boost, coming off the wall, trying to play the slow. That gets 50 the opposite side. Executioner can't come in on that and make that a play on goal. Doc gets around Executioner, trying to get it around Laser. Laser with a good 50, hitting it off to the side. Tyler is there. Laser can't quite win that one, but Executioner is there to back him up as Doc sending this to the wall. Laser getting that mid boost. Doc trying to get it over Laser, but Laser again there. Getting demoed, however. Opportunity for Tyler, but no. Executioner is there ahead of time. Trying to turn on his Tyler. Tyler getting it into the corner. Going for a demo. Missing the demo as Executioner can't get a good enough clear. Doc in, and that's way too far wide. Tyler trying to get it down, but a great job by Executioner. Laser not back in time, and Doc doubles the lead 4-2 with a minute 18.
Lobsters making Huskies pay for everything, and we're seeing them. I get it. Time's starting to wind down. You're down. You got to play with a little more desperation. You got to play, in their half a little bit more. But some defensive breakdowns, some kind of over-eager overplays from Huskies and Lobsters are really eating on those. So Huskies got to watch those. Oh, as Doc makes it 4 on the game with an incredible double tap off the backboard. Right over Laser. Oh, right off of Laser's touch. I didn't even see that till the replay. What a shot from Doc.
Gotta feel a little bad for your Laser. Maybe just a little bit. That was good defense trying to maybe get this over Doc. And does. Gets a little bit of an answer with a minute 7. Doc trying to put on a clinic, but Laser is right there to set up their own.
Yeah, absolutely. And, 2 goals in a minute is absolutely nothing in Rocket League. So this is a group that's right back in it. Laser, solid shooting so far. If they can avoid some little mistakes in this last minute, there's a really good chance that we could see some OT.
And right there was an opportunity maybe to get dunked. I didn't think they would like that touch. That's a send by Doc, trying to beat Laser. Mini dunk, but Laser's able to get this as Tyler BK trying to get this in the corner. Nice little safety touch. Tries to get it and does get it around Laser. Tries to bully Executioner, but the 50 is won. And this Laser trying to get it around Doc. Doc hits it off the ceiling. Executioner trying to keep it in. They're trying to keep this aggressive play and get that lead cut. But we're coming up on 30 seconds here, Bill, as that ball gets sent to the opposite side and the demo in the back end.
Yeah, this is time dwindling hard and fast for Huskies. Lobsters with another great chance there. We're seeing both teams not really overplay too much on those. I noticed on both ends you've had little calls like that, like, oh, that's a good chance, and they're not jumping into the play necessarily. I think that's interesting, especially as the Huskies are down, not seeing a little bit more of that aggression. I wonder if we'll see that change now going into game 2 as Lobsters get a big game 1 win.
Yes, that was a very big game win, starting off with a couple of bangs, not just one, but the second one leading to a wide open goal. The team play on the Lobsters was evident, and I can't wait to see the demos. It was a lot less than I thought, 3-3. It just felt like a lot more because I think probably because of the goals that were scored because of it, where the team play was there.
Yeah, that's team play was really the name of the game there. The winning teams got 3 assists from Tyler, and that's huge. Like, Doc had some incredible solo plays, and I don't want to even slightly discount that. I think Doc was a well-deserved, MVP of game 1. But Tyler was always in place, always knew when to jump into it. The Huskies had some of that rhythm, but not quite in the way that the Lobsters did. I think the Huskies either need to break up some of that kind of coordinated team play or tighten up their own in order to get back into this for game 2.
Yeah, that was I think the Lobsters just came out with a lot of like aggression, not even aggressive play. I mean, yes, the demos were there, but just felt like they had a plan. Did that make sense? They had something they wanted to do, and they went and did it, and it was a good thing to watch. And I can't wait for game 2 because maybe hopefully we got a few more games, maybe 5 total. What do you think?
I'm always hoping for game 5. Game 5 OT is my favorite thing to watch. I would love for Huskies to get 2 wins here. Lobsters maybe get 1. And I don't want to end too early. I always enjoy these. I hate when it just goes, 3 quick games.
Yes, I agree. Tyler trying to get this and make that a true thing because nobody on the field wants to get to game 5. It's too scary when you're there. Doc is trying to do something, but Executioner's there, hitting it off into the corner. Getting bumped, though. Tyler sending it in. Laser has to be there, and a good job getting back in time and getting that corner boost with Doc starved of it. That gives him a chance maybe to get some sort of play here, but unfortunately, Tyler doing a good job on there, trying to get another touch, and does. What a play by Tyler. I can't believe that went in.
Yeah, that was a fantastic solo play. To know when to cut in there, to see Executioner, maybe not exactly as comfortable as he wants to be with that carry and that dribble, see that angle to the net, and then that clean follow through to smash it in. Fantastic solo play from Tyler.
We have maybe an opportunity here. Tyler coming off the wall. Laser's there, losing it, though, unfortunately, as Doc decides not to come in on it. Maybe a good job right there. Was the last person back. Laser bullying Doc with a full boost. Sends it up, but not just a little bit too spicy for Executioners. That pass was a good thought. It couldn't bump Laser on in, and Laser gets it around 1. Can Executioner come in and send it in? No, cannot. Another opportunity for the Huskies, just not quite there. A counterattack possibility. Doc trying to cut it and cuts it, and does 2-0, 3:38. The Lobsters, they're up.
Both of these goals from the Lobsters have been so brilliantly opportunistic. Executioner gets caught in that no man's land. Do I go back to the net? Do I cut in harder on the ball? Doc sees that happening and just blasts it home. Low and hard. Exactly what you got to do in those situations. Lobsters 2-0 and well-deserved so far.
That right there was a pass opportunity leading to a possible send back, but no, that ball gets sent to the side. Laser with a good job getting bumped, though. That's a pass, however. Anyway, Executioner sending in. Great read by Tyler to get the save as Doc trying to move up. Laser just pulling away just in time to get Executioner back. Executioner, not a lot of boost, but is able to get there and able to get that corner as Tyler trying to send it in. Good job by Executioner, hitting it off the ceiling, giving Laser a chance to get a clear, and does, and maybe for the Huskies to get some boost here and mount some sort of offense as we're coming somewhat close to halfway through this game. That is a bit harder of a pass than I was expecting to come off the wall as Laser keeping it in, but nothing really going as Tyler sending it and dumping it into the Huskies corner. Coming up on halfway, 2-0. Huskies, plenty of time on the clock though.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, 2 goals can come easy in Rocket League without a doubt, and you can be down and be up before you know it. Neither team really, I mean, Lobsters has capitalized when they've had their moments, and that's what's really made them so dangerous so far here, but neither team is really putting on a lot of consistent pressure in the zone. Everything has been these quick opportunistic moments like that. It's why we have no assists, these are all stealing the ball real quick off your opponent as Laser goes and puts Huskies right back in the game. But I'd love to see one of these teams get a little bit more of a cycle going, get some good passing plays going to maybe open things up a little bit more here.
Yes, it's definitely felt a little solo-y in this particular game, although that 1 goal by the Lobsters in that demo, again, they've done that pretty much all series long, if you want to call all series one game. Doc sending it back. It's going to go wide. Executioner maybe missing it, but comes off the wall and is able to stop it. Tyler trying to catch it, gets it punched forward, and is not able to do anything else with this as Laser nice and patiently takes this ball. And then Tyler gets demo 2v1 opportunity, sends it in hard, but Doc is able to get that save as Tyler spawns at the right place at the right time. Laser turning up on it, Doc going up, beating Executioner, can't get a second on that one. Laser trying to bait Tyler in, not able to, but is able to bait Doc from coming up. Bump opportunity in the back end. Laser missing the ball. Executioner just going for any car that they see and not able to get too much, not able to demo, but is able to get the pass, but Doc saving it as we're coming up to a minute here, Bill. It really is anybody's game as the Huskies are really picking up the pace.
Yeah, absolutely. And I would love people to take note of how little boost Laser had as he took that ball up the left side. I don't think he got 112 pad. He ran that whole thing with 0, kept such confident possession. That is a fantastic case study in playing with 10 boost in a dream.
The demo right there was good job. Doc missing this one, open goal opportunity, and sometimes those happen. Just missing it in your own goal. You're not going to get that. 2-2. We've tied it up, Bill.
Yeah, absolutely. And the name of the game for the offense for the Huskies has been Black Laser. All 5 goals so far coming from him. Really, really fantastic. Lobsters got to get a little bit more rhythm going. It's been, they've had one shot, I think, in the last 90 seconds, 2 minutes or so. So, you don't want to go into OT. You don't want to go into, the end of the game on your back foot. You want to bring some pressure in, and I think they're going to have to lean on some of that team play that made them so effective in the first.
That corner pass, not maybe almost biting them, but unfortunately not going in. Doc sending it past Laser. Can Executioner get there in time? Cannot. That is a decent pass opportunity. Doc is going to send this opposite side. Tyler going to try to stop this one, come off the wall. That's going to be a pass at Doc. Laser reads that. That's going to go off the wall and hit down. And we have overtime, our first one of the series in game 2, Bill.
Yeah, this is a fantastic comeback so far from the Huskies to be in this. They looked like they were having some struggles early on. Executioner almost gets the double there to put this home quick. Really, really solid bounce back. There's a lot of tough mental scenarios that can come about when you lose a game and then you go down in the second one quick. A best of 5 series can evaporate on you. So really, really like their play so far in the second half of game 2.
We have Executioner beating Tyler. Doc a little bit back on the boost. Tyler's going to try to send this up over Laser. Laser knows it's wide and does a good job of catching this ball. Tyler trying to send it mid, trying to get it over Laser, and does not get it over Executioner. Does a good job coming back on defense. Doc needing the boost, gets boost over ball, but nobody there to punish that. Doc can't get it around Laser, although it's going to get a 50 in their favor. Trying to send it in, Doc trying to do some damage, can't do it. That ball gets deflected. Can they get back in time? They do, as Tyler is able to stop this, I believe, what would have been maybe an own goal. I think it could have been wide, though, Bill. I'm not sure, but a lot of action to start off this overtime right now.
I think that was a hair wide, but wide doesn't matter when you can come in there and squeeze on it, get a little pinch off the corner. You never know what's going to happen. So that was a really good job neutralizing from the Lobsters. Would have been curious to see in the replay if that was an own goal. I know it got a little jumbled up there in the middle for a second. Oh, Doc almost had it there. Executioner takes control and gives it to the man of the hour so far for the Huskies, Laser. Doc with an open goal. Is he going to get it? He is not. What an incredible save from Laser.
That's an exactly incredible save. They've got 7. Looking at the stats quick. Doc trying to get it around. Does. Slightly open goal opportunity. We got a 1v1 here. Can he get the flick? Cannot. As Executioner nice and patient. Although we get open goal opportunity yet again. Sorry. And that ball goes completely wide. And Doc's chance again goes completely wide. Executioner missing it. Tyler trying to be patient. Trying to pass it to Doc. Doc can't get this sent on goal. Is in the corner. Although another touch not meant for them as Executioner burying it down to the Lobsters corner now. Tyler trying to stop this. This ball does not hit the ceiling. Doc trying to beat Laser. can. Somewhat of a 2v1 as Doc trying to flick Executioner, who reads that one really well. We're halfway through, or sorry, another game, if you will. 2:40 to go, or past this overtime, not to go. I'm so sorry. Bill, take over.
This has been so fantastic so far as Laser throws a great one on there. Lobsters have had a lot of control, but Huskies are showing such incredible composure on defense. This has been a really, really fantastic overtime so far. Action-packed, where sometimes overtimes can play a little conservative, and that's why they tend to go on so long. You know, this is 3 minutes, but these are some high danger chances that we're seeing as Laser kind of pops that one easily to the side, trying to get some rhythm on offense. Doc throws it on goal and gets it with a slow roller. You get that feeling sometimes with those OT games that it's not going to be the star-studded, high-flying goal. It's going to be those laughers sometimes that just squeak in. That was a fantastic game from the Huskies. They really can't be mad about how they played there. Down 2 in the series, so they definitely gotta pull out a little bit of magic to get back into this. But 340 almost, I think, of OT. That was such an even game.
Yes, it really was. And I'm going to tell you, Laser had a lot of big moments at the end, very clutch. And what ended up happening was Laser got caught without any boost at all, tried to cut in at the right time, and Doc had a lot of boost and was able to send it forward, getting that one. And let me tell you, by the slimmest of margins, the Huskies just not able to close this. They had opportunities. The Lobsters had opportunities to really finish it off. They couldn't do it. But let me tell you, that tables could be turning. I know the Lobsters got that big win. I personally think they need to come out swinging hard and like pretty much demoralize the Huskies, because the Huskies, they've got a little bit of momentum even with that win.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I know what you mean entirely. The series score does not reflect how they played in the second half and in OT. The Huskies were a shutdown team. They were hard to score on, and they got some really strong goals. I'm not counting them out of the game. I'm not even counting them out of the series. I think they played, they got nothing to complain about the way they've been playing. A bounce or two in their favor, and this is a very different series.
Yes, keep that confidence up, and like you said, a bounce or two. If these balls keep going on target like Executioner, unfortunately that goes completely wide, but you got to keep going for that. Laser trying to get this in. That ball's going to try to double tap. Executioner sending in, and that's going to go a little too wide. He misses the follow-up. Laser, though, getting it back and is able to slot this one 444. That's what the Huskies needed to do, because the Lobsters, that's what they started off the series doing.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been kind of a first goal wins situation. Tightly executed team play is so hard to defend against in twos. It's not threes. There's not that extra man to save you to read the play. Everyone's gets into it quickly, and those kind of plays are what's been winning so far. That and those smart little opportunistic moments like that, get behind the defense, get the ball in, let it roll. Such a strong start from the Huskies. Like I said, not counting them out.
No, what a pass, too. I mean, like, that was an obvious, a slot right in between the two. Got one caught in neutral for a split second, and a great shot. It was down the middle, too, as Laser focused. If you know what I'm saying, Laser trying to come off the wall, trying to do a flip reset. Good job by Tyler to stop this. Doc and Tyler, they're playing a little bit of who's going to get what. The 51 by Doc, sending it in. An opportunity for Tyler, but no, that's a little too spicy the opposite side, as Laser was doing a good job coming down. But Laser, unfortunately, as Tyler sends us in, Laser can't pinch this out.
Yeah, that was so close. Such a frustrating turn of events. I'm not 100% sure that was a goal without that. I think that was an own goal from Laser. So Laser can at least rest easy knowing that all goals scored so far in this game came off of his car, and just gotta pick the right net for the fourth one.
A good bump right there, and Tyler can't read this one as Executioner getting on the board. Nice little air drag.
Yeah, that's what you got to have happen. Laser's clearly the leader of the offense for the Huskies, but when you need to come back from a deep deficit, you need your B player, your C player getting big goals, and that was a big goal for Executioner.
Ooh, another one sends it completely wide though, but good job by Executioner getting that corner boost, missing the attempt at goal. Doc missing the attempted goal, just getting the whiff bug out. Maybe one of them catches it for a permanent time, as unfortunately Tyler can't flick this in goal. Doc can't get a good catch on it. Tries to 50 Laser sending this in. Tyler trying to read that, and when it does, Doc can't get in front of Executioner, and right now the Huskies just too fast.
Yeah, absolutely. This is all Huskies right now. They've got Lobsters completely on their heels. They've got no answer for a team that's playing really, really dialed in. Everyone knows their roles. Everyone knows where to be. Huskies are, the team to beat here.
This ball goes almost completely opposite side. Executioner with great patience at Doc sends that up the wall and beats Tyler. That's going to go off the back wall, and this is an opportunity, and it hits the post a little wide right there. Tyler does, unfortunately, a little bit of a weird read. Tyler can't sneak this one in, and this feels like one of those games where the Lobsters can't quite find the net, because that was an open goal opportunity, Bill.
Yeah, sometimes you have a bit of a burn the tape game, and we're only 3 minutes, or we got 3 minutes left. We're only 2 minutes in. Oh, Tyler with another open goal opportunity. Laser not getting lucky on that one like he did last time. So maybe looking for a little bit of a defensive tightening up from the Huskies. But that Lobsters are really having to capitalize in the gaps there. They're not getting an inch right now. So that's fantastic play to keep them in this game, despite, playing back a little bit.
I'm going to call that faking. Laser, though, reading that one well and getting the save here. Executioner and Doc, they're trying to play the position game. Doc does a good job getting slammed away by Executioner, who's bumping the back end, too. Laser decides not to go for it. Laser does get the 50. Executioner trying to send it in. Tyler is able to get their corner boost and clear this back out to Laser. Laser avoids the bump. Tyler tries to send this, but this goes to the opposite side. Doc does not get that corner boost as Laser steals it. Can't punch this forward. Tyler getting a good job. Executioner trying to send this in. Can't. It's dangerous in the front. Laser trying to stop this. Doc is able to flick this up, but a little too far as Executioner sending it right back, with Tyler trying to send it right back. Doc is getting the corner boost. Tyler trying to figure out what's going on. Tries to flick it up. Doc is just going backwards and forwards as Laser getting it forward, but not able to get a good shot on goal, and almost a lot of nothing happened there, Bill.
Yeah, just about. Those are moments where you got to be finishing. I mean, they're up by 2. They got a little bit of a pad, but that's for moments like this, you definitely want to be hitting those home when you have opportunities like that. And a fantastic aerial from Tyler, just not too high, hard, right off the ground. Nice.
Yes, Doc and Execution are going to meet. That cuts that lead 4-3, but still plenty of time for both teams. Maybe extend the lead or even tie it up. Tyler trying to send it in. Laser trying to come off the wall. An awkward save. Doc trying to get it up. It goes a little too far. Tyler can't sneak it under Executioner. Doc trying to get it up into the middle as Laser trying to clear to the opposite side. That's going to be centered. Executioner's already up. Hits it off the wall. A little bit of a good hit, but Doc trying to send it far and does 10. There's a tie there, Bill. It's 4-4 the minute.
Oh, and there's a little bit of friendly fire in the corner. Laser came back a little too wide on the big pad. Bumped Executioner. Gave him the wide open look to tie it up with a minute left. That is going to hurt if things do not go the Huskies' way here.
Execution nice and patient and gets the mid boost, trying to send this mid, trying to sneak it in, gets a 50 win. Tyler turning at it really well. That's awkward. Executioner can't get there in time. Not enough boost, I'd say. Laser is able to stop it. Doesn't get bumped by Tyler, but Doc is able to get there before Executioner tries to send it mid. Doc trying to get mid boost, and that's going to be a chance, and scores with Laser sending one to the back of the Lobsters, and that with 39 to go.
incredible shot. And another example, what we've been seeing so much for both teams in this series of just knowing the moment to cut in, knowing the moment to just blast it on when you've got them, a little out of whack, and taking control of the situation. And that's a fantastic way to get the hat trick for Laser.
Executioner can't send this forward. Doc is actually going to send this on goal. Laser's right there to do it. That ball's going to get sent right back, hits the ceiling, and goes wide. Tyler doing a good job of trying. Oh, and a good demo. Can they get the pass on? No, Executioner, they're seeing it and getting a good clear into the corner. That's going to be slightly dangerous. Executioner can't stop this to make it so, as Tyler trying to get it around Laser. Laser stopping it. 5 seconds to go. Doc needs to do something with this, but Laser's beating it. Can this ball hit the ground and end the Lobsters game? And it does, and the Huskies take a game in this 5-game series. Still need a little bit to climb.
Yeah, absolutely. But, when you're in a hole, you got to just take it one game at a time, and you gotta, one goal at a time. You gotta get it. If you go down, you gotta get them back, and just look for that W. Just look to play another game, play a little bit more Rocket League, and that's exactly what the Huskies get to do here. And that's another 1-goal game. The first game was 2 goals, but was getting a lot, closer towards the end, and then obviously that long OT for game 2. I foresee these teams looking really, really evenly matched. A lot of late OT type of wins here. So I think this is anybody's game, but the Huskies certainly showed that they are not out of this by a mile.
We do have a timeout on the field. It is, I believe, being called by the Lobsters. And what we're going to do is once this ends, we will start the 1-minute timer. I believe it starts when the next match actually begins. Once the players, once the timeout is over, and we'll get right back into it. We're going to count that timeout right now. And Bill, what have you seen? Obviously the Huskies have plenty of time to get back into this.
Yeah, the Huskies have really, really controlled things. Like even, we've seen, not to harp on anything, we've seen an own goal or 2 on the Huskies too. So, part of the Lobsters being in this, winning, some of these matches is still the Huskies getting to the ball first and just not getting, an ideal touch. So the Huskies really have a lot of control, and you see a lot of pressure moments from the Lobsters too. But the difference to me is that the Huskies are really surviving a lot of these moments. And, where the Lobsters have capitalized so far has been these little, opportunistic little slide in solo play kind of goals. And I think if they can get real pressure going on, then we'll see a little bit of a change of pace, as I think we're coming out of the timeout now.
Yeah, the timeout should be over right about now. Like I said, the fact that they took one is probably good. They didn't want Huskies to have any momentum maybe on their side. It was looking like a really good game, and you know what, Bill? It's one of those series you do want that 5. If you're a spectator, Tyler can't keep this down and get this on target. But if you're a spectator, you want to see more Rocket League. These two teams, they really are going at it, and I like to see it as Laser just can't get this touch. 4:47, 1-0 Lobsters.
Yep, and gotta wonder if we're seeing the same situation that we have in games 1, 2, and 3, that the first goal really wins at the end of the day. Doc taking advantage early. We've seen that every game, someone taking advantage early. So gotta be feeling good if you're a Lobster right now.
Yes, but I still there's plenty of time, the Laser, to make that focus stick, and look at that right there, taking that ball away and getting the 50 on Tyler, who had full boost pretty much, as Execution trying to send this in. The nice little pop in the air, nobody able to get to it except for Doc is able to save it at the last second and send it to the side, giving Tyler a chance to maybe bully away and get a decent clear and even pick up the mid boost and maybe even have a counter attack possibility, but Executioner stops that from happening. Good defense yet again from the Huskies. Even though they gave up that opening goal, right now they're playing just as fast.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, a little mistake at the top. Everyone's done it before. We've seen it a few times already in this series. So it's nothing to count any team out about. Uh, Obviously gives Lobsters the upper hand score-wise, but both of these teams are very evenly matched. But that is going to be, one that takes a little bit more work to come back from.
Oh, I agree. Laser, I honestly don't think Laser thought Tyler was barreling down as close, because I think Laser probably would have jumped plenty of time to get that, and it's just one of those things where Tyler probably caught them off guard and not able to get it. And I would say this entire series is based on maybe mostly catching people out of there. And look at this, Laser trying to get it in. Good job, Executioner. What teamwork right there. Look at that.
Executioner once again living up to the name with the absolutely filthy hard bump there on Doc to give Laser the chance to get that 50 smash home. 69 miles per hour goal. Always fun.
That was a good recovery by Doc, but not able to get a great one. Oh, Laser coming down, not able to get it, and gets the boost stolen from Tyler, trying to maybe an air drag here, trying to get it around Executioner. Great save by Executioner. Sent to the side wall as Doc getting the mid boost. Turning on this one, Executioner comes up, gets the 50 win. Tyler trying to make a play, but Executioner's there. Tyler beats Executioner. Can't get it, or does get it around Laser. And unfortunately, that extends the lead right back 3-1.
Yeah, there's been a lot of back and forth in this series, and that's just a tough position for Laser. Gets caught a little bit, in that no man's land between boost and the corner, and can't quite correct. And kudos on Tyler for seeing that and taking the opportunity. Oh, Laser brings it right back within one. Another quick 2-2.
Oh, that was Tyler, unfortunately, missing this nice wide open. Lobsters giving up that goal. I mean, that's definitely not even close to over. Huskies have plenty of time on the clock, plenty of time, and if they can get this win, even this series up. But the Lobsters trying, like we said, they don't want this to happen, as Doc can't get this one. Unfortunately, it looks like an own goal. That was going in anyway. I just couldn't stop it.
Yeah, that's that kind of desperation. It's hard to even count those as own goals. Looking at that was definitely on, and you're just in a bad position. There wasn't anyone else to get it, so you can't feel bad, but it always does sting a little bit.
As Tyler decides to get the side boost, Executioner goes for boost. Doc sending it in, and it was such a gentle shot that Laser had the chance to get back and get the save. Executioner missing this one, unfortunately, off the wall. Relative chance here for Doc to maybe bully this one in, and it gets to the opposite side, giving the Huskies a chance to get the ball. Executioner does not get any boost, tries to flick it, can't do it. Doc sends it to the opposite side. Tyler trying to beat Executioner and does demo in the back end. Somewhat of an open goal opportunity, and gets there. They take the lead, and it's just barely halfway through, Bill.
Yeah, absolutely. One thing I've noticed a little bit the last minute or so, Huskies are getting bunched up. They're getting bunched up in the corners, especially on defense. Need to spread out a little bit more, because Lobsters really, really are taking advantage of those kind of mistakes, and you don't want them, noticing trends like that, because that's going to be hard to stop, on the D end.
Yes, his Executioner coming up on this ball, sending this dangerous towards the middle. Laser, I think, was going to lay it out for Executioner. Good job by Doc to get that save. Tyler trying to get it around. That's actually kind of dangerous. Executioner reading it, trying to get the double. It can't quite get that one, as Doc trying to race up, beating Laser to the ball, trying to get some sort of touch. Laser's able to get this and control it pretty well, trying to pass it to Executioner. Tyler meets Executioner right there. The 50 stones him, and Tyler's trying to take control. Maybe a pass of their own. No, decides to take it themselves and extend this lead 5-3. What a play, Bill.
Yeah, absolutely. This game has been all Tyler. I mean, 4 and 5 on shooting. That's, phenomenal percentage. He has just absolutely controlled play. He's taken the ball when he wants to. He's put it in the net when he wants to. He's looking to close things out, and if I'm the Huskies, I'm focusing all of my energy, all my bumps, all my demos on Tyler right now. At the very least, make Doc get goals, because Tyler is untouchable right now as he gets 5 to make it 6-3 Lobsters.
Yeah, Laser ends up with literally no boost. Executioner can't get back in time, but great placement by Tyler in the back end. And just right now, the lead, I don't think is impossible, but the Lobsters are playing really well. So you're just going to have to do something pretty darn crazy to get back in this game. If you are the Huskies, I do actually feel like there's still time in this game.
Yeah, absolutely.
Aw.
There's still time in this game, but apparently the Lobsters got their ears in and are trying to make that not as true. 4 goals in a minute 18 is definitely a tall order. We've definitely seen crazier. I think it was 2-2 or something after 2 minutes, 3-2, 4-1, something like that after one of these games. So definitely could come back, but Lobsters really making a case for closing this out right now.
Yes, Executioner trying to get it around one, does, but it goes a little too wide. Executioner with Laser having no boost, but Laser bumping Doc. Now they're just a little confused. I think now we're down 4 goals and a little bit of miscommunication as Laser is able to stop that one. Not able to get another touch on this as Tyler coming in, Executioner coming away, tries to beat Doc, does but a little bit, but the 50 landing in front of Tyler, who's somewhat boostless, but it doesn't matter as nobody really challenging. Before Laser just sends it to the side as Doc now just wasting some time, sending it to the opposite corner, and time is that factor, Bill, and we're running out of it. Oh no.
Yes, we are, and that to me is the last nail in the coffin.
Yeah.
Huskies made a valiant effort. I think second half of game 2, game 3, that was their game. They were in control of it, but we're seeing it, really slip now as we get into these last 30 seconds. It wouldn't surprise me if maybe we see Lobsters not going for it too much. But hey, sometimes you just gotta make it a stat night, so we'll see.
Let's see, good job right there by Tyler. They're still playing the game. 10 seconds to go. And Executioner trying to make some sort of play, but like you said, we'll see what happens is try maybe for a little bit of a bump. No, they do score 5 seconds, 9-3, add to it. I do personally like this. I like to keep going as long as that clock doesn't have triple zeros. That ball is still in play.
Yeah, and hey, the stats are always good to look at afterwards, and sometimes you just got to run those numbers up. I mean, and this is so lopsided. I think even before it kind of got out of hand. Lobsters are really
no
running
way.
the show. Oh, Executioner wants to at least give him one for the road.
Oh, that was a good play right there. That was actually a nice pass. You gotta give some sort of props, and a good shot here as Tyler sending it home. The Lobsters 9-4, and what pretty good statement. I mean, the first game was definitely a good one, although it was close. Second one, very close. Able to get the win. Felt like the Huskies had something. They won that game, and now the answer here. This was a good answer. They really took it to them this game.
Yeah, absolutely. They they were getting wins, but Huskies were getting back in it, and that can be hard. That can be the way you set yourself up for reverse sweeps, and no one wants to go through that. So coming out and winning, and not just winning, but winning big, that was really good from the Lobsters.
Yes, and the team play too. I'm gonna say it ended up being both teams had those bumps at the end. Obviously, Lobsters a little bit more, but Huskies they definitely had something going. And I think they can build off this. This is not an over season for any of them. I can't wait to see what grows. And like I think you said, this was the 2B lineups, but that doesn't matter to me. I think this was a good thing, and if they practice together more, it's going to get interesting as the everything goes on.
Yeah, absolutely. And that they were a team that was up 2-0 on the season as well, so they kind of have, some room to take some losses and adjust. And that's the exact kind of adjustments, you want to be able to make in a game. They really got back in that.
We
Do we have someone for an interview?
Uh-oh.
All right, sorry for that.
Well, Bill, I think we have an interview.
And we're that long OT made things quick, so the booths told us we don't want to go too long.
Oh.
He is gone.
We lost.
A big win
There-
there. But we were just talking about that response from game 4. Did you really seek to really put the hammer in, get 9 goals? What was the conversation going into that match after the timeout?
It was pretty much just that we told each other, if we lost game 3, we're going right to timeout. I don't know. I guess it's just that overtime took a lot out of us, and then game 3 we were a little bit flat. So going into game 4, we were fresh and we knew we were playing well. And we knew what we had to do, and we just scored goals. Honestly, a lot of them were just kind of lucky, honestly. But they went in, so we take them.
Oh yeah. And we decide. Well, I know I think only demoed like maybe once or twice in that 4th game, but we noticed that like if we demo, it definitely gives us more opportunities to score, and at least
Yeah.
like the one demo that I got in game 4, it gave us a goal.
Yeah, it's just freeing up the net, giving us as much space as possible is what kind of was the key in game 4.
I gotta ask, what did you notice about the Huskies that turned it around a little bit? Because you definitely started off both the first 2 games quicker than them, and then definitely something's changed. What was it about them that what did you notice about it?
They just got off to a quick start in game 3. Like I said, game 2 was such a long overtime. I don't think we were quite ready game 3, mentally. So they got off to a quick start. We battled our way back, and we were feeling really good. They just, I think it was Black Laser who hit a really insane shot across the field to score where it was left corner. I couldn't get there. So it was really just them starting off really quick in that game 3 that took us out of that game pretty much until they scored the end.
Go ahead, Bill.
I was gonna say, I know we want to keep the interview quick. I was curious, just on like a little up and down note. I noticed that you guys score like crazy amount of goals by just like getting behind them and just stealing the ball, quick 50s in the ozone, like unassisted goals. I was wondering if that was like a core part of your game, but I also don't want to take too much time as we're supposed to wrap stuff up.
I think like that's my play style. I try to just be aggressive and then just be annoying, get those little 50s, get those demos when possible, which kind of led to unassisted goals. Yeah, I think it was just that, just quick challenges, just like you said, not giving them space.
All right. Well, thanks so much for joining. And again, congrats on a big win here, especially that huge game 4 performance from both you and Tyler. So I have been Awesome Bill from Dawsonville. Thanks so much for tuning in and watching this fantastic Expert League match. We've got another one coming up at 10 o'clock for you that I should have checked to see what it is. But
Griffins,
thanks so
Hydras.
much as well to my partner KG Fan. Some fantastic matches. Have a fantastic night, everybody, from me, and keep it going for a little bit more FDL this Mother's Day evening.
FPL to the 10 o'clock hour. It is my utmost pleasure to join as a catcher, but it's not just me. We have the indomitable KG Fan 3 who's returning from that last match. KG, brother, I have not had a chance to speak to you, man. How have you been?
I've been doing pretty darn decent. I'm excited to have this cast with you, and definitely some more in the future.
Heck yeah, dude. We always have a banger of a cast, not just between the dialogue that you and I have, but whenever we cast, it always seems like there's a banger of a match that's happening as well.
Oh, I agree, and I'm actually looking forward to this one. This is we've got like Star League, and we got the Griffins and the Hydras, and they definitely want to be there because it looks like they're already joining. We got Yukio Takeda, we've got Professor Freak on the Hydras, and we've got Form RL and Burning Energy on the Griffins and Galloway. I'm excited to see what happens.
Me as well, brother. This is an A versus A throwdown, and I'm just, I am so thrilled. I don't have any popcorn, but if I did, I'd have already popped 10 bags of it. Like, I'm just ready to go to town, the bated breath. Right now, it's good action back and forth. Yukio getting it around, burning with a beautiful clear out. Missed touch by Form, leaves it briefly open. Freak gets a pop up. Yukio trying to get there. Can't sink it though, and Form clears it out. But Professor slowing him down and then get demoed by Yukio. Both of these Hydras player, if you ask me, KG, did not want Form to start any kind of offense.
No, and Form looks like they're trying, and Takeda's there and stops the 50, or stops it with the 50, sorry. Freak trying to take control as they're looking for a play. Gets it around one, gets bumped out of the way, gets bumped out of the way yet again. Form trying to take control right here, looking for a 1v2. Does not get the win on that one. Energy coming from the back, trying to center this. That's going to be hit by Takeda, but that was a good try by Form to get it on. And then a flick over by Freak. Freak gets it from Form, and Form not able to get there, and Freak opens up the scoring. The Hydras 1-0.
That was absolutely beautiful. Freak showing off what the Dominus can do and having the boost to get there over the two teammates who did not have any from the Griffins. Well, that was just a phenomenal control. Making sure not to flick too hard, but enough where he can still get to it and still over other team. That was beautiful. But Griffin's not going to take that line down. That they're trying to get the offense pushing his burning, throwing it on target. Yukio banging it out in a counterattack form. Speaking of Form, cleared it out. Pun was intended. And now, Professor going to challenge him early. Try to make Form be honest with the ball here. Form taking it up the wall, trying to use the boost, but cannot gain control over it. Yukio trying to put some early pressure and just continue it, man. He's just been on the grill of this Griffin team, and it's showing.
Yes, Form, though, trying to take this hit after it hits the ceiling. Energy trying to pass it back to Form. Form not able to set that down as Takeda was on there and making it difficult. Burning gets beat. And here we go. Great pass play to Takeda, making sure nobody can get back in time. And that the attempt by Burning Professor just taking to class.
Dude, I felt like I just got schooled on how to use the Dominus as a fellow Dominus player, man. That's how I want to use mine. Instead, I usually just bang it and look like a flopping fish. Like a salmon out of water.
Hopefully you're not
salmon.
getting eaten by a bear.
True that. I tell you who doesn't get eaten by a bear, though. Burning Energy.
Oh.
Who pitches it backward, but Professor fakes the defender on Form, gets it up, and it goes in. And like that, my friend, we have a 3-0 lead almost halfway through the mark. Griffins not looking bad, but it's not enough. Hydra's just kicking it right now. They're killing it.
Rad. I think they have the speed right now. They have a plan, and that's what's going down right now. It looks like the Griffins are just missing things. They're just, I would maybe a little bit of nerves, if you want to call that. Oh my gosh, Takeda with a demo, but
what a
catches
shot.
Freak in neutral. What a hit, like you said, Form taking advantage of Professor not knowing what to do.
That was excellent form right there when he shot that. And my lord. Oh, and the player too. That was excellent also. But just like that, it stops the bleeding at the precise halfway mark. Now, Griffins, who gets the first goal, able to get some offense going, knowing that they can do it, is trying to get the offensive play going from the kickoff. Can't quite get it past his Hydras to push the offense. Freak getting a pass. Ooh, getting the dunk too, but it goes a little bit wide. Yukio having to rush back to pick up the boost and the ball. Gets it past one. Flicks it over Form, but Form, being patient, reading what's happening, backs off, gets the clear to the corner. Yukio and Form now doing a little dance, just seeing who will take the first step. Form trying to get it. Yukio doing a great job taking it off of his car hood. Yukio now going for the dribble. It's going to be to the back right corner. And cannot quite sing it, KJ. And man, that was beautiful. But Professor rewards him for his effort. Thinks it past the defense. And my God, this Hydras team is looking gorgeous right now.
Oh, Energy went for that boost, took the gamble, and Professor made them pay for it. And that right there is kind of the story right now. A decent amount of mistakes for both teams leading to goals. At 50 is going to lead to Freak, who tries to send it up. Not on target, but it was still a little annoyingly dangerous. Form with a great play here. Takeda avoiding the bump and getting the save, trying to send it upfield and can't quite do it. And that was I think Professor was actually sending it back to Yukio right there, but an opportunity to get another goal, not quite there. Takeda, though, sending this off, maybe not able to get a good job by Burning to clear this to the opposite side, because I think Professor was waiting in the center.
He was, and right now we're seeing great awareness and plays from this Hydras on this offensive push. They're keeping it in this Griffins side of the half. And you see Yukio with that play you're trying to get it up to Yukio. He has zero boost. Realizes he could not be there for the offense. Trying to get the bump. And speaking of bumps, Yukio getting that demo, and a very good shot, but great save. I believe that was Freak. This keeps this still a 4-1 game. 40 seconds remaining. That Griffins not looking bad, but they've got to step something up here and do it soon, because Hydras are still pushing the game, not making this easy.
No, they're definitely not making this easy. They're a lot faster. A save by Burning. Takeda trying to keep it in and can't. Form and Burning basically no boost. Is Form trying to clear this. No boost on the opposite, or no, full boost on the opposite mid. But it looks like Takeda gets Burning caught yet again. And that little boom here, great turn and slam. My goodness, the Hydras, they're just, it looks like there's more heads out there than two.
It does, man. That's a textbook pass from Professor to get it to Yukio, his star pupil, who just, what a great turnaround. A bang. He's going to try to get one more for the road. Gets a flip reset, decides not to use it just to keep this Griffins team honest on their challenge. And now it's just padding for stats, trying to get one more for the road. It's the Griffins who's trying to prevent any more momentum into the second game. And like that, we have your first game winners with Hydras taking it 5-1. And a pretty convincing style. Freak with the hat trick. Yukio on the edge of a hat trick, but doing a lot of that backfield work and front field work, just making it happen. This Hydras team showing top tier performance. I know what this Griffins team can do.
Yes,
and now they're in position to open up, and I'm excited to see it.
No, I agree. The Griffins, though, it definitely feels like they were they were behind on a lot of the stuff, and then when they made a decent amount of mistakes, and I really do mean they made a decent amount of mistakes they shouldn't have made in when you're getting to this level. Technically, and I say this with utmost respect, technically when you get up this high, you shouldn't have accidental misses, things especially in front of your own goal, things like that. So those you have to cut down. But that being said, I mean, sometimes the first game and you're televised, it can throw you off, and you never really know what happens in the next few games. There's still plenty of time on that clock, Galloway.
That's very true. However, like I said, you get to this level, you don't expect accidental touches. You shouldn't make any. That said, the other team is of the same level, which makes it just as easy for them to cause issues and mistakes to happen. That being said, Form almost getting a kickoff goal. Yukio getting up there just from half field to stop that shot attempt. Form just trying to avoid getting demo, getting around one. Yukio still being a hassle to him. Just Yukio showing the presence, not necessarily offensively or defensively so far, but just showing the presence the wherewithal to be there, to be an annoyance, just to force their hand into unfavorable plays. Yukio now going for the pass. What a shot and pass of form. Not letting it happen. Freak with a shot, not burning, not letting it happen. And KG has 2 back-to-back dangerous shots. But this Griffins team, undaunted, trying to get the soft touch underneath one, and my lord, burning. My guy. Oh, that's beautiful.
What a fake I mean,
Oh,
like,
man.
fake the entire time with no boost. And you definitely, the Hydras were not expecting no boost, and a good job right there. And 1-0, and that's the answer I think you need. You want to keep this up. They're played a lot faster right off the bat. The Hydras started off with the energy that they had from the first game, but the Griffins have already matched it. They've got a 1-0 lead, and they have an opportunity for a 2v1 here. Trying to get this in, trying to sneak it in, can't get the hook shot. Form sends it back. Great save by Professor, though, and it looks like that defense is right back into it. So let me tell you something, Galloway. Just because they scored 1 doesn't mean it's going to be easy from here on out.
Definitely not. You got taking the offensive pressure from the corner. My lord, before you can even say that they're going to not make it easy, a little bit of a misread from Blizzy, aka Burning Energy, in that corner just leaves Yukio slamming it home. And like that, all hands are clean. It's now a tied up game once again, just under 4 minutes. Yukio now trying to put the pressure on it. Oh, I don't think Yukio expected that kind of play from Form, but has no boost to really push it center in time. But Professor winning the 50 on the sidewall, trying to get it around Form. Form setting himself up as a barrier between that goal and... Oh, this Griffins team is just... They're playing well. That said, this Hydras team is still cooking with all the pressure in the world. Yes, they've got to weather the storm in a 2v1 and counterattack. That could be just wide KG, but man, low boost defense, that's how it's done.
Oh, that was a definite, would have been a little bit of a heartbreaker, although still plenty of time on the clock. 3:06, maybe a pass opportunity. No, the flick goes around both as Takeda and Professor didn't have much left in the tank. Good turn right here by Form, and the presence by Burning. Just throw everybody. You had to keep it honest, and there you go.
That was just beautiful from both players. Like you said, neither of the Hydras have much, running off of fumes. Yukio trying to rush back, just had to get there. But a great shot by Professor off the kickoff means Burning Energy cannot get there. And you know what? Yukio rewarding his teammate with a little butt slap after the goal goes in. Love that team camaraderie.
Oh, heck yes. Takeda and Form are going to meet in the central zone. That ball is going to get 50'd into the Griffins corner with Burning trying to take control. Professor trying to make a play. Opportunity for a generalized open goal. Burning is going to beat Takeda, and they have taken a 3-2 lead. They are really answering whenever they get answered on.
Absolutely, dude. They said, watch out, Teach. We have all the answers. Take that. And Burning puts a beautiful job getting it past not one, but both Hydras, essentially upside down in the air. Like, I can't even figure out how to go backwards sometimes in this game, but this guy's upside down. Somehow making it work, and he almost gets another. That's going to be a great pass, KG. And it just barely goes wide. Hydras getting, there's no other way to say it, just getting a little bit lucky there. But the goalpost just is a strong defender, and it can give and it can take, and in that case, it's just it's giving them some help. But a beautiful save, KG, from Form to really try to slow down this momentum.
Yeah, Takeda trying to slow this down as well, but Burning takes control. Good job by Freak to turn on it, but there's somewhat of an open goal opportunity here. Takeda's trying to get the sent completely opposite side. A nice demo and another touch, and it's a good job giving them a chance to collect themselves as the Hydras down one. A touch by Form, trying to get it around Professor Freak, but can't do it. Sent to the opposite side. Burning coming off the wall, leaving that mid boost, and not able to get it around Takeda. Form having to touch this. There's a little bit of 2v1, but a great send back right upfield, and a 50 dunk win. Trying to make a play on this. Form can't beat Takeda, who gets back in time. Burning trying to do it, but can't get another one as another dunk by Takeda. Not a solid touch, and that ball gets sent right back to Burning, who sends it upfield, but not on goal. So still 3-2. Form decides not to go for this, still not to go for this. and maybe an opportunity, but Takeda trying to push it forward, is able to push it forward, it gets deflected the opposite side. I mean, I'm not sure what the thought process there, but nothing coming from it, Galloway.
Nothing indeed, and there's no telling what was in their thought process, but right now we can tell it's in Yukio's wanting to take that ball, but just had no boost to do anything with it. Now this is going to be a dangerous opportunity because Yukio's still going to be very low, and Form will take it up, and just a beautiful shot this time using that crossbar to his advantage. Goal take it last time, and this time the goal give it.
Yes, and that was a great play too, and I'm loving both teams right now playing. I'm going to say even though the Griffins have it right now. I think it's kind of because the Hydras kind of weren't expecting it. It was one of those. This is a game where the answer is the game, and maybe the Hydras answer back next game, but still think there's plenty of time. It's not like it's over, but right now the Griffins are playing really, really well, and the rate they're going, there's just not much you can do unless you can really, really counter them, and the things like this aren't happening. A little miss right there, and it's just wasting time.
It's these little things, like you said, it's wasting time, but not only that, it's giving up and stopping all momentum for the offense that they desperately need to get going here in the last 15 seconds when you're down by 2. Griffins having a safety net, a great 50, brings it up and down right from the net, but
Oh, no.
that clear right there from the Griffins is going to secure this game, unless somehow Yukio throws it from right here for 2 points. Form not letting that miracle happen. Closing this game out with the extra safety net. Well, there's still 2 seconds left. It's not closed out, but it's game over. Yeah, it's pretty impossible. You can score a goal in a second, but you can't score 2 goals in 1 second. If you
No,
could,
you can't.
I would report you for hacking, and then I'll also have you sign my autograph.
Right. I'd like to know how you did it. Good job. A nice answer by the Griffins right there to win this game. And now the series is tied. And let's see what the Hydras have in the tank here. That was not a convincing. You know what? It's a convincing answer. Not a convincing. Not like they're going to. It's not like I think that the series is now Griffins to lose. I think it's definitely either or. The Griffins just got the better of the Hydras in this one. But I'm glad to see like that. You know, it's not a predictable matchup. This is definitely anybody's series.
Absolutely. The first game, Hydras really just came out, took it, caught Griffins off by surprise. And this time they were ready for it. As you can see, it reflects in the score. The Griffins were able to minimize what they could do while taking advantage and optimizing their offense. So now it truly is on the Hydras to be in that retaliation mindset, rather, and just trying to figure out, okay, we've seen what the Griffins did that second game. We saw how they responded, not just offensively, but defensively. What do we do? We saw what Yukio can do with low boost. His presence, just as an annoyance to the other team, was very effective. They're more aware of that, but you can still use that. Because if you can keep that in their mind, like for say, and then go for a fake on that, I think that could be devastating to the mindset of this Griffins. Try to make them second guess what you're going to do. It'll be interesting to see if they do that.
Well, you mentioned the second guessing. There was a lot of second guessing from both teams on that game where they were kind of like earlier it was a lot of I'm going to go for this. And look at that. Now they're kind of that was a little bit decisive as the Hydras already on their back wheels right now. Not quite stuck in neutral, but I think they're in reverse trying to go forward, and that's a little bit tough to do.
It is, but it's also within the first 12 seconds. That's still early enough for you to write off as a fluke. While it doesn't make things easier for you, because you're down now, you can still write that off as a fluke. That said, you got to answer that fluke now. And I think the Hydras are doing a good enough job. Both players chasing Form down here. Professor finally getting that bump off, but allows Bernie to really send one flying. A great shot, great blocks from Yukio twice in a row, then a great retaliatory throw towards the net, really making that Griffins team have to back off. They have to go back, but it did not last for long because the Griffins instantly sent it back towards the other way, beating Professor Freak. Then Form getting over Yukio for their second goal. Now you cannot just say, all right, first the flick, easy wipe away. No. Now you're down by 2. You have to really dig in and say, hey, look, we lost that last game because they adjusted and we did not. mid-game. And this might be their opportunity. KG, before I can finish saying it, Yukio doing beautiful to adjust for that goal.
And you need some of that confidence building, and that was a great 50 form, just too angry on the challenge, and that ball goes exactly where it needs to go, and Yukio doing exactly what they needed to do and get the good touch. You don't want to mess up that open goal opportunity, as Burning trying to get something pushed forward. Form can't get that corner boost, still trying to bully, sending it in though. Takeda having to pinch it off the wall, gets a good save, or not really a save, but a good clear opportunity as Form trying to stop it. Takeda
That's
is
a big
able to
goal.
steal the corner post and get the assist. I thought actually it hit Yukio, but it didn't.
No, like I said right here, this is going to be a goal because Yukio just being an annoyance for Burning, just getting in his way, taking all of his boost, giving Burning nothing to get back with, and no clear path to that goal. And that's just what we're talking about from Yukio. Doing a great job getting that annoyance goal with the 50, just beating the players, and then doing a great job being annoyance to Burning, getting that boost, not letting him get back, and almost doing a good job allowing that third goal to happen. But Griffins weathering the storm. This might just sink down to the crossbar. It does. Burning now answering back with his own aggression, just outpacing Freak getting back and just scoring this off of a misread from Yukio. And I don't want to say a misread. That was a difficult save to make in a efficient manner in a way that's beneficial to your team, KG. That was a difficult save to make.
I agree. Professor trying to send it back in and cannot form, missing it, but still sort of has control. Now they're playing a little bit, maybe a little bit of miscommunication here. Yuki almost trying to get that one in and almost does, but now Form's going to try to get it up, try to move it on, cannot get it forward. That ball's going to get 50'd and pinched. It's awkward. Professor has enough boost and sends it in. Getting the goal, tying it up 3-2, still plenty of time for any team.
Dude, KG, man. These two teams are just battling out two mythical creatures of the ages. One feathery, one scaly, both. Well, one better for eating, I'm assuming, because he wants to eat raw scales. Oh, that sounds so terrible. My poor teeth. Terrible jokes aside, Yukio put a good shot on. Great save from this Griffins team. Professor, can I get around Burning? Does. Form takes it up the wall. Yukio taking it to the corner, going to go for a second touch, but Form cutting that off. And I think I'm starting to get the names mixed up because, my lord, too much is happening. Yukio just chasing down Burning for that demo. I love it. That's going to benefit on the offense? No. But I love it. Never mind, it benefited. I lied. Yukio's smarter than me. That's why he's star.
Well, Burning gets back, but unfortunately not able to beat. A little too far up, and a good block by Professor with Yukio able to read it. And that right there is some good teamwork. And looks like Professor is able to just, box out, if you were. And so technically, if you want to get, we have an opportunity for a goal, but no. What just happened right there? I gotta say, you send one of them. Somebody has to go for that. And you get a goal, but instead we have a little bit of a chance for the Griffins to get back. Takeda trying to send it in. Burning with a good job stopping that. Form, nice patience, and is able to get it clear. Good demo by Professor. Burning coming up, gets a decent touch off the wall. Takeda sending it right back in, but Form says, no, I'm not letting this back in. Although this gets sent right back. Burning able to get a bump on the back end. This is going to get sent wide, but Burning is able to get that corner boost and sends it a little bit upfield and steal the mid boost. Trying to get this in. Yukio, this is dangerous. A great bump. Open goal opportunity, but Takeda is there to stop that one from going in. 4-3 still, but oh my goodness, the Griffins had a chance. Oh, they have another chance.
Boy, howdy did they, but my, that Hydras team. Oh, the Hydras team doing a great job. However, did not matter because the Griffins were able to withstand that Hydra's offensive pressure, able to get a good clear, able to just double commit, fighting to see who gets that goal. And it turned out that they wanted to tie it up because they're such kind, caring souls. Now, those players, 2 goals apiece. And Yukio getting a save. Cleared it. Professor Freak with the counterattack opportunity. And Yukio getting it out to Professor for the counterattack. Clearing goal. Not how I would have anticipated the 5th goal happening for one of these two teams. But at the same time, that's not surprising because the caliber of these two teams, man. Yukio, that not I don't want to say precision, but he had a purpose for that ball going against that back wall. He knew what kind of clear he was going to go get, knew his teammate was out further in the offensive pressure for the second man. He knew what was happening, and just, that was beautiful, KG.
Oh, what a pass. Burning trying to get this down. Can't do it. He's going to send it up. Form does not have a lot of boost. Trying to punch it in and does. What a save by Professor. Burning is up. Trying to beat Takeda. It does. It hits the ceiling. Professor is able to send this to the opposite corner as Energy does steal that boost and stop it. They have under a minute to go here. An opportunity, but a great job by the Hydras, who are now trying to get it to the opposite side. Takeda sends it up, but a good or no, it's just a miss right there. A good demo by Burning on the opposite side. So now they're trying to take this. Hits it above Takeda. We're coming up in 33 seconds. Both teams are looking for the Game 3 win to take a series lead. That's a center, and Burning is able to beat Professor, and they have tied it up with 24 Galloway.
They have done a fantastic job here. Yukio beating the man, getting it center, but it's just a little too far out there, allowing Burning plenty of room to get the shot he wanted. And man, these two teams are fighting it out. Difficult. Double on the kickoff to win the 15, gets it. But now Professor back full boost. Yukio getting that boost, trying to cut it off. Can't get it. Burning going for the ground pinch. Cannot get it. Goes for the bump. Gets the bump, but it does not matter. Professor with an insane save. Just able to get there, but this offense is not done for the Griffins yet. KG, time counting down for him. One last shot. And one of these, oh my gosh. It took both from the Hydras, but they got it. They secured an OT, and my God, KG. A quick goal is criminal, but why do I feel like there's going to be a quick goal right here?
Oh, it could have been. Form decided not to commit, and that was probably a good job. The Griffins not enough boost in the back here. They're trying to bait Freak. Freak decides to wait on it. Form, awkward little turn, needs to get a good clear, and does, and needing that one bad as the Griffins were a little bit dangerous. Both teams, I mean, it's 5-5, and both teams have had the lead and lost the lead. You never really know what's going to happen as Burning trying to clear this out. Does not get it. Good stop by Professor. Form trying to get the clear. Yukio is up. Gets a nice little touch. Burning is there with a great touch, great control, and is able to get somewhat of a mini clear to just prevent it, although the Hydras are still pushing this and keeping it inside their zone as the now they finally got it out there, Griffins.
And it was so incredibly dangerous for this Griffins team because Burning was the only one who could ever find boost. Form was doing everything he could to get it, and this could be very dangerous. Professor taking it up, Burning, beautiful read, but my God, it still almost goes in, but it doesn't. But now Yukio wide open net, beautiful control of the ball. That's what we expect to happen from this OT. I was nervous it'd be a weird, wacky goal, but thankfully it was just something like that. Just beautiful control, something of balance eventually happened with these two star-studded teams. And like that, KG, Game 3 goes to Hydras. Now, match point.
Yes, and that was a great touch. I mean, I mean this, underrated at least, or whatever you want to call it. The end result of Yukio just getting that nice, safe touch, and it just basically directly towards goal, wide open, and sending it in. That's clutch, in my opinion. And the Hydras,
Yes.
I mean, don't get me wrong, Burning with a quad points, but Hydras both in the 900s, and this series isn't over. The Griffins could easily take the next game. We could really head to Game 5.
Easy to go into Game 5. It can very easily happen. This Hydras team was 15 shots to a 13 from the Griffins. Both teams with 6 saves apiece. However, we can see why both Hydras are in the 900 club because they're evenly split with saves, evenly split with goals. Assists are almost there too, almost even shots. This Griffins team Burning with the 5 saves. This man was everywhere on defense, trying to keep that Hydra's retaliatory offense away and doing a great job. But Yukio, man, just a good catch, a clean catch, OT goal. Now, it is the Griffins who has to win another offset game to try to take this to a Game 5 series. And Griffins winning the kick off to do so. Burning, going up the wall, going to fling it towards the net. That's on target. Yukio beautifully using his minuscule boost, I should say, but doesn't matter. Burning does a great job reading this play, put it into the net for a good, I think, statement goal for here in Game 4.
Yeah, they definitely needed something. It's early, but they took advantage of the mistake by Takeda coming off the wall, not able to get the punch out to clear it out, and that's exactly what you need. And the upside to that too, you didn't miss an open goal, and they that's something that I don't know, maybe some people don't have problems with. But we've got a 0-1 lead with Griffins up. Takeda trying to do something, but Burning nice and patient. Great touch right back towards goal, making sure Professor stays honest, and does. And that's a good bump here for him. Trying to cover. No, the bump ends up being Takeda taking advantage of it. That's going to have an open goal opportunity, and it goes in. And my goodness, that I think miscommunication on that play, in my opinion.
I don't even know if it's miscommunication. That was just a beautiful job from the Griffins to bump Yukio off the ball, but that was Yukio looking like, all right, you're going to bump me forward. I'll use all of this momentum to demo your back line. Good luck saving that when Professor sends it flying into there. And my God, that was just beautiful awareness from Yukio to see what was happening, knowing he's just at his mercy. Just decided to take it. Professor, beautiful flick. Went for the bump, somehow Form able to dodge it. Gets it around Freak. Now I'm going to try to go for it. Hydras pinch him off, not allowing him to get any further. Freak's going to take it into the corner, going to be challenged by Burning, but gets beat around. Form rushing back. Professor trying to get a flick, cannot do it, but forces a weak save, which opens it up for Yukio and KG. If that first goal from the Griffins was a statement, these last two from the Hydras have been just a statement and exclamation mark behind it.
Yes,
and United Rogue, before we get any further, United Rogue, we appreciate the raid. You guys are awesome. We love you. Welcome to the stream. This is our third game, currently a Game 4 scenario.
Yes, as Form sending an open goal opportunity. Takeda's going to get there nice and easy. Although I'm not sure Form misses that one completely. And here we go. That's going to get snuck in as Takeda 3-1, 3:29 to go. Still plenty of time, but right now the Hydras, they're really taking it to the Griffins.
One could almost say that these Hydras are on fire.
Oh,
Hydras fire. Anyways, back to Rocket League, what we're actually here for. Not my terrible jokes. Yukio just trying to play the field, making sure no Griffins try to get cheeky here. But Professor waiting in the wings, Yukio going fly or send it flying towards net Form. Doing a good job putting it out, but Yukio getting it underneath. Doing a good job. Burning now, getting it past one. Yukio cutting that off though. Now going to turn for it. A great 50, but they can't maintain control. Burning gets it going. Yukio steals the boost of Form. And this has just been a great job by the Hydras, making the best of every situation they get into, my friend. And Yukio just, at any moment, makes it look like he's about to just send it flying, but doesn't. It makes Form just question everything happening and does a simple little pop-up over him. And KG, that was gorgeous.
Yes, it's not even halfway through, and I'm going to say the Hydras have been weathering the storm. The Griffins have put in a lot of pressure in their zone, but they don't come up with anything, and they're able to weather it, and they come back on their own here. Burning, trying to get this on target, and it's going to hit it left, unfortunately. Form trying to come in, and that's going to be wide lefts, and no follow-up, unfortunately, for the Griffins. Burning, hitting it against the wall, trying to come up, and another not solid touch to Yukio. Can't completely send that on target, and this is going to be going wide as well, and the lead is still 4-1. This is going to get sent up. Burning trying to read it, does send it down, but is completely wide, and Professor's able to get there in time as Form trying to slow this up a little bit, but Professor dunks it, and that's going to go in, and the things are not going right for the Griffins.
Not at all. And how many times we've also said this before I get to Professor here. Yukio's awareness and presence to be annoying to the other team. Coming off that sidewall when Burning was trying to get the offensive shot going, KG, that was phenomenal. Just coming out of nowhere to stop the offensive pressure, which allows Professor to get into that scenario where he just scores it. This Hydra's team is just playing so smart, and it's all not all off the back of Yukio's presence and awareness here, but it's just allowing Professor to do what he needs to do to just be amazing at this game. And dude, this is everything's coming up Hydras right now. Griffins still very much in this, but they have got a mountain to climb against this team down 4 with less than 2 minutes remaining.
Yeah, and if there's anything to say, the Griffins earlier, not too long ago, both players were over on the opposite side mid. Both players missed that boost, and it kind of feels like that type of game form trying to do it. But good job by Professor dodging the bump, and there's a counter attack, and it really looks like the Hydras have really read the formula for the Griffins, and the Griffins are just not able to make the plays that they were in the first few games. 5-1, coming up on a minute. There's still time, but something real has to happen. And right now, things like that, but nobody taking advantage as a couple of misses. Good demo. But Takeda's able to get another clear and just waste some time here.
It's not even that the Griffins can't make anything happen from it, man. This Hydras team is doing everything just to challenge, not giving this Griffins any room to breathe. Put a great demo right there, opens up the open net form, able to sink it in to give this team a fighting chance. 45 seconds remaining, an absolute year's worth of time to come back. But against a team like this, KG, it's not going to be easy. Certainly doable. We've seen what the Griffins team can do. But that's where you want to be. You've got the first goal to start off the momentum. Right here's a second goal opportunity. We see if they can make it happen. And Yukio KG now the counterattack. It looks like it's just going to be another goal.
Yep. And it's like Form and Burning went for that corner boost. No one's able to turn off of it in time, and unfortunately, Takeda just taking advantage of it. And I really honestly think that the Hydras this game just they spaced out better, and they took advantage of the mistakes. There was not a lot of mistakes by the Griffins, but enough to where, they just had them. There we go, right there. And then something like that, 50s were landing in their pockets a lot, so they're taking advantage of it. And yeah, 10 shots, 7 goals, that's a lot.
It is, and I want to say what the difference was. Is this game here, they just did not do a well enough job of closing off what Yukio can do. They gave him that. It tried. I want to say do a good job of holding off.
Oh, come on.
Yukio did a great job just being everywhere at once. No boost. All the boosts did not matter. Yukio showing it, taking us to Barcelona, and just a great 50s from both of them there. And kickoffs has just been absolutely favorable from this Hydras team. And Yukio is approaching the 1200 club right now, and neither of the Griffins players are even halfway there to 1200. Now, Professor Freak doing an amazing job too, but I think that's really been the story here, KG. Just what Yukio has been able to do.
Yes, and look at that right there. That was on target. Didn't get the save for that, but that was on target. Would have gone in. And right now, the Hydras just put on a closing game clinic and taking the series. Well, maybe not the whole series, but this end game definitely closing it out and making it look like they deserve this win. And it was a good job. Griffins, congratulations. You did awesome, but the Hydras, they're just too much.
They were, man. This Griffin team did a fantastic job to bring us to a Game 5 scenario, but just nothing you can do when you have a man like Yukio just popping off. That fourth game really cut off one of his heads, and he grew back 3, just being everywhere at one time. The presence, the pressure, the defensive, the offensive wherewithal to just make this game happen in an 8-2 fashion. And Professor Freak, stepping up in this game, this series as well. And it's really easy to do when you have someone like Yukio just open it up. But who cares about Yukio when you have someone like Professor Freak in the call? Professor!
Good evening.
Oh, dude. Good evening, my friend. That was absolutely gorgeous series. And
Thank you.
I got 2 questions for you. One, how was that call in Game 5 going after y'all win? And 2, how much was it that the Griffins played great, and how much was it that you played it up for content?
I mean,
The second one's more of a joke, but how was that atmosphere in that call, brother? Y'all played fantastic.
I think it was pretty serious. I think if anybody's played with Yukio, he's kind of a dry guy, but like you
Mhm.
roll with it, and it's good because he doesn't tilt. And so I think more than anything else, we're just focused on executing, and then you know, just there was some fortunate. I won't lie, there was some fortunate 50s too in that fifth game, but we're basically just the one thing we're thinking is you don't let off the pressure.
Indeed, and honestly, y'all did a fantastic job not giving the Griffins much room at all. Y'all truly were just on their case. Especially, like I was saying, Yukio it really showing that off in that last game. There's so many plays that he did with no boost, or just flying out of nowhere, using all of his boost just to come in, Griffiths, and just say hi, how are you, and then you just being there to clean it up. How
Well, and I
much?
think
Oh, go ahead, go ahead.
I was gonna say I think a lot of that is like it's just trust. I mean, when you have a teammate that's as mechanical as Yukio, you can pretty much rely on him to do whatever he intends to do.
Mm-hmm.
So all I have to do is basically just be there to react to like whatever the defense does. Either it's playing it safe and going back, and there were a few times I didn't, and I should have. But yeah, no, I think it's you just let the man do his thing.
Honestly, you're not wrong. I've always had my eye on this guy, just watching him, and like you said, you trust him to do what he does, and then you do what you do, just be there for him, and
Exactly.
and you did a fantastic job showing off how to be that. I don't. It's criminal to call you in a support role because you contributed amazingly well here. But in all honesty, that especially that last game where he broke the 1200 club, you were
Yeah.
just there for the ride, not riding the coattails. You were conducting the ride, and he was just well. If if anybody was doing this, you were conducting the ride, and he was throwing the coal in to keep it just steamrolling forward. Does that sound about accurate?
I would say it's kind of more like I would say it's akin to like you're riding a wild horse, but it's like just going in the direction you want to go. So you're like, you know what? I'm just gonna like chill. Not to say Yukio's very tame, but again,
Right.
it's just I think just being able to play off him and see what he's doing, and I think too, just like um good comms in general as well too. So like knowing that I am back and like he's free to go for whatever he needs to go for. I
Mm-hmm.
think I think that's something that we're working to improve upon.
Well, man, you could clearly see the trust y'all had in each other going into this game. Y'all had so few double commits, and whenever y'all did, it was beneficial. It made it happen. And honestly, how much? I know you said you're pretty serious, which means probably had no doubts in yourselves. But how much worry? I doubt there was any actual true panic. But how much worry did you have seeing the Griffins able to retaliate that game two? Then in game four, able to come back showing that they're not out of this yet. How much before that game five happened, how much did y'all talk about what to do versus just say, hey, lock it down. We got this, play our game.
I think the second game, I mean they definitely made some adjustments in the second game and they worked well. So props to the Griffins on that. I think a lot of it was just we had to focus on not losing the game. Like, right, if we did our thing, if we didn't make mistakes, if we didn't make double commits, like we eventually would get opportunities to score. And I think like right,
Mm-hmm.
it's such a momentum shift. Like once you get a lead, because the other team has to extend themselves more. That
Mm-hmm.
knowing like once you've gotten that, like even in that last game, like just getting the first goal is just such a relief knowing that they're going to have to press harder. So, but again, props to them. Like they kept it close, but I think it was really more of a focus on like how do we clean up the mistakes and just like what I do differently next time. And even some of that was like in games 2 and 3 being like, hey, I got to pull back on some of like the aerials that I'm going for when you're up to let you go for them,
Mm-hmm.
um, and and just recognizing things like that.
Well, man, I think you knew from before the season started how much I enjoyed talking to you whenever you showed up around tryouts or VCs.
Oh,
I,
thank you.
I also really enjoy talking to Yukio. So next time you drag his butt in here,
he's totally fine letting me be the voice for the Hydra Star team.
As he
But
should
I'll
be,
see
man.
if I
You're
can get
amazing.
him in here.
Honestly, you better, man, because I'll come after you too, man. There's nothing scarier than a goose angry.
All right, I will try to avoid that.
Unless you look at the profile picture I'm using for stream right now, then you're just going like, "Oh my god, what the heck is this guy?" But man, it's always a pleasure talking to you. I love what you and Yukio has done. Y'all play phenomenal. One more question for you: is there anybody you want to call out, shout out, send a Valentine's Day card to? A little few months late, but floor is yours to
Hmm.
close it out.
Hmm. I mean, honestly, I look at it and like the Penguins are looking really solid, and I wanna beat them more than any other team because they're looking like the best team. We're one of the best in the conference, and so it's all out of respect. I only want to play like I always want to play the best people, and so that would be the team that I'm probably most looking forward to matching up against.
Well, if that's who you're most looking forward to, I'm assuming you want to look forward to seeing their A team. But is there
Yes.
anybody that scares you the most on that Penguins team?
I think it's probably Bowser. It's a smart player, but also like skilled. You know, when you have that balance of the mechanics and the intelligence to back it up, to know when to use it. But then it's
Hmm.
also just like the chemistry that you can see he clearly has with Baz. But we scrimmed them once, and like they really took it to us. It took us a while to kind of calm down and adjust to them. But no, they're going to be a real solid team. So I think feeling like we could beat them would feel like a real positive momentum boost for the season.
Nice, love to hear it. And plus, Bowser, he's pretty sneaky. Keeps stealing Princess Peach all the time. And look at that shell, man. It's got a lot of spikes on it. It's very scary looking.
That's true. You give the dude a restraining order or something, he just doesn't obey it.
Well, how much to that point we wonder if Princess Peach doesn't sneak over there? I'm not going to leave no conjecture
I'll
here.
let Mark not worry about that.
Well, brother, it's been fun having you. A great game against this Griffins team. That, ladies and gentlemen, has been the end of our streaming for this weekend. We've had absolute blast casting and streaming these matches. There has been a weekend full of fun games to watch. I recommend to everybody to watch this back. Again, I want to wish everybody a happiest Mother's Day as it's closing out. Closing out. I hope y'all all had time to spend, or at least to give your mother some appreciation and love for what she's done for y'all in your life. That being said, that has been it for FTL. Look forward to FTL Central next week, and then back again 8 o'clock next week on Friday for more Rocket League matches. This has been Galloway Sackett speaking for KG, who casted along with me, Debbie, who's been our streamer. We love you, man. You're muted right now, so you can't respond. So I'll say, he says, "Oh my God, Galloway, you're amazing too." But either way, that's been it for FTL. Come back again next time. Looking forward to seeing you.